What's poppin', everybody? What's poppin'? What up, him? What up, James Steele? What up, John Dong? What up, Thinking Again? And he did say it, homie. He did say it, Thinking Again. Mark my words, he said it. We got video proof. JJ again. Shit Hill over the hill. Who dat? Shout out JJ. Shout out JJ. Mike Co. What up, Mike Co? Shout out everybody returning to the stream. We got a good stream today. Here's the rundown. Here's the rundown. Obviously, Jamahal Hill threatens to knock Joanna Jedrzejczyk the fuck out. All right, flatline her ass. Bryce Mitchell predicts World War III coming. Okay, we got episode 5 of the Ark Insanity podcast. Oh my god. I already know what's happening. My bad on that echo. Okay, as I was saying, episode 5 of Ark Insanity podcast just dropped. And yes, Bryce Mitchell predicting World War III. It's an intense podcast, I'm not going to lie, but we finna watch it. And then, what else we got here? Brandon Moreno. Some of you guys were asking me last night, did Brandon Moreno issue a statement yet? He finally did today. However, that shit's in fucking Spanish. So we're going to do our best to translate it. If we got any Spanish-speaking people in the chat, hopefully America First is in the chat, because I know America First speaks Spanish. At least he translated some Spanish for me in the past. Dylan too, maybe. So we got some people in the chat that might be able to translate it. Merab Dvalishvili dealing with memory loss after his war against Petr Yan. Very sad. This is why we need to respect warriors like Merab, win or lose. Now, does every fighter deserve that respect? No. No, they don't. That respect is reserved for warriors like Merab, who put his life on the line, literally. Okay, literally. A lot of guys like to say that shit, but Merab really does it. He would die in that octagon. And I respect the fuck out of Merab. I hope he gets better soon. But yes, dealing with memory loss after the fight. Joanna issued a statement after Jamahal Hill video of him threatening to knock her out surfaced. Okay, she didn't say shit in that video, but we're gonna watch it anyway. Merab also responds to Jan's jacuzzi pic, calling for a rematch essentially. And we got a Khamzat interview on ESPN with Brett Okamoto that he just did. And I guess I saved the best for last. UFC White House apparently having 8 or 9 title fights. So what, we holding out all our champions till fucking June? I doubt it, but we're going to react to all of it, alright? Shout out to all the returning viewers. Shout out to all the new viewers, okay? We got a good stream. Now let me just go get some water real quick. Let me post to my story, and then we will get started, alright? I just want to make sure I was live right at 8:30. And if there's anything I missed, let me know. We can cover it. But I'm pretty sure I got all the fucking juice today. Hold up. Shit, what a thumbnail, boys. What a thumbnail we put together today, huh, boys? Okay. What up, everybody? Let me read some chats. I figure we should do a little Q&A before we start. We got him saying, hey, what up him? What up James? What up John Dong? Mike Co reacting saying that shit's wild. James goes, just know we don't claim Hill here in Michigan. Damn, all right. Hill not even claimed in his hometown, baby. Let's go. Video confirmed, 100% confirmed. Him asking, do you stream on TikTok or Twitch, by the way? Nah, I don't. I just stream on YouTube. But shit, I need to get some clips going on TikTok soon. I don't even have my own personal TikTok. Eventually. AD, what up, Jacob? What up, AD? JJ, Bryce Mitchell, LOL. He also said the world is flat. I know. But it's always good to listen to a good Bryce Mitchell rant. You boys feel me? It's always good to listen to a Bryce Mitchell rant. AD, damn, Merab needs to rest, dude. Fighting too much? Yeah, facts, bro. He a real one, though. Like you said, AD. James Steele, Merab just needs to hit the jacuzzi. He'll be all right. Shout out to fucking Merab. I hope he's in the jacuzzi with some ladies. What up, Space Kid? John Donk says he's hyped for Fluffy vs. Strickland. Me too. That's a fucking great fight. A lot of you guys are upset, right? We're not getting the fights we want. That's a fucking great fight right there. That's a fight I know we all want. AD, Merab needs to regroup and strategize. F getting in there too soon, not worthwhile. Yeah, and I hope he doesn't rush back to be like Peter's first title defense. Listen, if it doesn't happen to where he's Peter's first title defense, I think that's even fine. You feel me? I think that would be fine. But as long as Merab, when Merab is ready to return, he should have an immediate title rematch for the trilogy. You boys feel me on that? So if Petr Yan defends the title before Merab returns, that's totally fine with me. However, I want to lock it in right now that Merab gets an immediate rematch as soon as he's ready to return. Okay, everybody steps aside for Merab. Alright, that's the respect he deserves. And that's the respect he's gonna fucking get. Alright? We're gonna make sure of it. Scott Snyder goes, what up, bro? Good seeing you. Good to see you in the chat, Scott. You also said Jamahal Hill, one loss away from being cut from UFC. Shit. I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll see. Who should Jamahal fight next, by the way? Who do we want to see Jamahal fight next? What up, Space Kid again? AD, what did Moreno say about the stoppage? I don't know. I don't speak Spanish. So I don't know. I'm going to rely on you boys for a little translation if I can get one. AD, Merab definitely needs to get himself a dime chick. I hope he can get one. I mean, shit, he can get himself a nice Russian woman. Or Georgian woman, my bad. Georgian woman. I'm sure he could find a nice Georgian woman. As long as he doesn't look for her in Miami. Shout out to Ilya Topuria. Shout out Georgina. Space Kid Loki might go to the Fluffy fight for my first event. Where's that? In Houston, right? Strickland. Tapology. Yeah, Houston, Texas. Alright, Space Kid. I think it'd be a good fight to show up to. Gonna be a banger. Not too much wrestling, right? You're gonna enjoy it. And even if there is grappling, it'll be exciting. So hopefully you can make it. John Dong, I think Bautista is fighting Loke Dog next year. I'm hyped for that too. Oh, that'll be a great fight. I hope Bautista took some time to improve his grappling. I didn't like to see how much Umar was just taking him down and passing his guard at will, bro. I did not like that. Mario Bautista is the best fighter in his gym, and he needs to improve that grappling a little bit. With that being said, Loke Dog don't fucking grapple whatsoever, so I think it's a tailor-made matchup. JJ, Bryce be chasing chickens and splitting firewood. Now he is building a bomb shelter for him. Shout out JJ. AD Khamzat doesn't fight enough. Dude has too much fury in him. Who can beat him? I mean, I don't know, but the thing that pissed me off the most, a little cliffhanger, Khamzat saying he doesn't want to fight Nassourdine Imavov. What the fuck's going on? Because he's from fucking Dagestan? We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. Dagestan can cry all they want. Cry all you want, Dagestan. We want Khamzat versus Imavov. Your guys' fucking ties to your country mean nothing to us. Absolutely nothing to us, bro. Stop fucking crying. Run it with Imavov. We don't give a fuck if the Dagestani fans are going to cry over that shit. Go cry. Go cry. AD, Bryce a wild dude, but he means well. Facts. He got a good heart. You know, actually, it may surprise you guys, but I do disagree with Bryce with a couple of things he has to say in this podcast. But for the most part, you know, he had a lot of interesting things to say. AD, Jacob, should O'Malley move up in weight if he loses? I mean, if the weight cut's getting too hard for him, yes. But I don't think it is, and I don't think O'Malley necessarily wants to move up. So generally, no, AD. Even if O'Malley loses to Yadong, he should probably not move up, unless he admits the weight cut is becoming too much for me. Which it easily could be, but I need to hear it from him first. HT says, good day, Jay. What up, HT? Hey, HT, thanks for showing love on the SD Dumas interview. I appreciate it. And also to AD kid, one other thing to add is that O'Malley was already kind of hesitant about moving up to 45 when he was champ. But he said that Ilya is a good matchup because he's kind of a smaller 45er. I mean, oddly enough, Ilya ended up moving up anyway. But O'Malley is kind of scary of moving up to 45 because of some of the matchups there. I don't think he's confident in fighting guys like Movsar, Arnold Allen, who else in the top 15 at 45? Now, do I think O'Malley could potentially beat a guy like Arnold Allen? Potentially. But that would be a tough fight for him because Arnold Allen is a dog and a marauder. You know, Yusuf Zalal versus O'Malley would be a good fight. Not going to lie to you. You know, O'Malley, he might stack up well against Steve Garcia. Lerone Murphy, I still think O'Malley carries a lot of advantages into the fights at flyweight for the guys ranked in the top 10, let alone the guys ranked from 10 to 15. You know, O'Malley could do well against a Josh Emmett, a Brian Ortega, Gene Silva. I mean, why wouldn't he want to take these fights? He's still bigger than all these dudes. David Onama, Dan Ige, Pitbull, Giga. To be honest with you, I think O'Malley would match up fine at 45, but I think it's a mental thing for O'Malley. I think he doesn't think highly enough of himself to compete at 45, at least based off the things he said in the past. But to your point, AD, you know, I do think O'Malley would do well. I want to say that one more time. Yeah, AD, I see your comment here. Shit, O'Malley is tall enough to fight at 145. Yeah. Facts, though. As long as O'Malley wants to, I support it, and I think he'll do well. I'll say that one more time. All right. Now let's get into this whole Joanna Jedrzejczyk, Jamahal Hill thing. If you were in the stream last night, you know the deal already. We did check it out for like a split second, but now we got a response from Joanna, so I figured we would just kind of cover it all in one. All right. So here it goes. A video surfaced of Jamahal Hill threatening to knock out Joanna Jedrzejczyk over an alleged dispute with his girlfriend at UFC 323. Don't touch my girl, or I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. All right, so let's look at the video. Ruby Z said Steve Garcia knocks O'Malley out cold or beats him up for 2 rounds before Tim Welsh waves the white flag. Shit. So you think Steve Garcia would take O'Malley's soul in there? Shit. Steve Garcia is a beast. I wouldn't doubt him. But if O'Malley really liked that, if he really a striker, if he really an elite striker, why not? Why not? Go prove your mettle. Go prove your mettle. He'd probably do better at 45 too because he's not so fucking weight drained. Like 90% of O'Malley's camp is fucking making weight. Literally.
touch my girl, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Period. Fuck out my face. You gotta touch my girl, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. You gotta touch my girl, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Period. Fuck out my face. You gotta touch my girl, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. You gotta touch my girl, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Period. Fuck out my face.
Really hard to hear, but yeah, he said, don't touch my girl or I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. She said, really? You will? And he said, period. Okay? Very blurry video, but that's what it is. And here's what Joanna had to say. I'm just loading it real quick. Now, this is the most PR video I've ever seen in my life. She says nothing, in fact. And look at my comment. So, what exactly happened? Because she didn't explain shit. But I'll let her fucking tell her side of the story. Which she doesn't tell, but here's her response to it.
I worked so hard to earn my reputation. And I'm embarrassed to be in this situation, but when somebody uses my name falsely, without any basis in truth, I will always stand up for myself. And for that, I do not deserve to be threatened. I am mindful that I am a strong, capable woman who has the benefit of a lifetime of self-defense training. I have a platform and resources that most women don't have. So I empathize with the women who are disrespected and threatened and lack the power and means to stand up for themselves and to stand up for the truth. I expect more from the society. I certainly expect more from athletes in our sport. I want to thank the UFC security and staff for their professionalism. I consider this matter closed, and I wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season.
The most bullshit fucking response I ever heard. Which is why I said, so what exactly happened? Okay? And Tuxedo Mask, what up, homie? Thank you for the $2 dono again. Hey, Tuxedo, my new microphone is coming, I think on Thursday. So in 2 days, my new mic will come here. And that's because of all the donos, homie. So thank you, Tuxedo Mask, once again. And Tuxedo goes, Hill should have jawed her. You know what? I think that calls for a poll. What should the poll be? Let me think of it. Would Jamal be in wrong if chinned her? Should have chinned her. What's the other one? Oh, perfect, Miata boy. That's exactly what I'm writing down right now. One of the options is should have chinned her. I'm trying to think of how to word the next option. Oh, I'll put would have been weak. Okay, so vote that shit up, boys. Vote that shit up. You know, as we're entering the big 26, I do want to say a lot of men out there are more riding on the side of, listen, equal rights, right? Equal rights. A lot of guys even think that if a girl hits them, that's a green light to hit them back. All right? I don't know. I don't necessarily want to comment. But we're entering the big 26 and things are changing in the world. All right? Women don't just get a green light like they used to, but this is a little bit different, right? Is it okay to knock out a woman who's a former UFC champion now if she's threatening your girlfriend? That's what I want to know, right? Joanna is a former UFC champion threatening a civilian. Is Jamal in the wrong for threatening to knock her ass out? I think it's kind of crazy that he said that shit, but I don't know. I want to get your guys' opinion on that. I want to get your opinion. Would I say something like that if I was in that situation and I was Jamahal? Probably not. I'm going to keep it a buck. Probably not. What would I do? Well, I'd probably de-escalate the situation. I'd probably, grab my girl, step aside, right? We're going to go elsewhere. We're going to de-escalate. I might even talk to Joanna and be like, hey, listen, Joanna, let's calm down. This is a misunderstanding. I don't know what Jamahal's girl said about her, but I'd be like, this is a misunderstanding. Try to clear the air. I wouldn't necessarily be like, you touch her, I'm going to knock your ass the fuck out. All right? I wouldn't say something like that. But, shit, we entering the Big 26, boys. We're entering the Big 26. That's why the question is being asked right now. But Tuxedo and fucking Miata Boy are hilarious. Ruby Z says, Hill standing on defending his girl, yes. Buzzard's cry goes reflecting on the fight. Who knows? But me personally, I think that the referee stopped the fight too soon. But maybe I'd just be there taking extra punishment. Or maybe I would have escaped. So we're talking about Brandon Moreno. Yes, Mark Smith, premature stoppage. He's a piece of crap for that. But hey, it is what it is at this point. I want to know what Brandon has to say about it, because that's really the only opinion that matters, right? Is what Brandon has to say about it. So I'll give you guys more thoughts on that once we hear from Brandon. Buzzard cry again. You never know. It was a really strange fight. The only thing I can do now is keep my head up, keep moving forward, and enjoy the holidays, spend time with family, and wait for 26 to see what it brings. Buzzard's cry. Who are you talking about? You're talking about Moreno, right? Shit, you're talking about you like you took a loss, homie. But I feel you, Buzzard cry. I took a loss too with Moreno. That's my fucking twin. So he lose, we all lose. Tuxedo says Hill stood his base. Ruby Z, she basically saying that Jamahal's girl was going at her, Joanna. Yeah, I know, but for what? Because she actually said, I worked so hard to earn my reputation and I am embarrassed to be in this situation. But when somebody uses my name falsely without any basis in truth, I will always stand up for myself. And for that, I do not deserve to be threatened. So, how did Jamahal's girlfriend use her name falsely without any basis in truth? I don't even think Jamahal's girlfriend would have Joanna's name in her mouth. Why would she? What the fuck does she know about Joanna? Probably nothing. Joanna been retired for years. Like, she's not really a part of the conversation with anything. I don't know. I wish Joanna would have fucking gave some context. John Dong, should Hill's next opponent be Joanna? That would have been a good poll. That would have been a good poll. JJ, Dana will suspend or kick him out. Bad business for UFC. Nobody should say that to a woman. Okay, JJ, I got you. I got you. I got you. We're going to get a mixed bag on this one. Miata Boy going, she's not a regular woman. She's a former UFC champ. I know. I know. That's what kind of clouds it up too. You know what I mean? And she was going at a citizen. But again, I told you guys how I would have handled it, right? So that's all I can really say. 80, not okay to touch a lady in long haul, meaning it's not defendable to touch a lady. That's why you can walk away or get security. Kind of what I would have elected to do. John Don goes, Joanna's tough and I respect her, but I don't like how she can be on both sides. Like, she can be seen as a badass, but when Hill goes off on her, then everyone's like, you can't threaten a girl. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Eric, Joanna's still mad that Colby wouldn't hit. Shout out Eric. Yes, that's right. She wanted Colby to hit that. She wanted Colby to hit that. James says Hill is from the hood though, and I know that that's kind of standard in the hood, right, James? That's kind of standard in the hood, isn't it? Let's keep it a buck, James. That shit normal in the hood. Different upbringing. No, I feel you. That shit kind of normal in the hood. John Dong also, I feel like people hate on Hill so much that if he didn't say anything, people would have trashed on him because he didn't stand up for his girl. Catch 22, John Dong. Catch 22. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Miata boy fucking roasting. Tuxedo Hill thought she was a man. Shit, she kind of fights like a man, low key. Joanna was a beast in her day. She was a beast. Okay, do we got any Spanish speakers in the chat though? Any Spanish speakers? James, not saying I agree, Miata, chill. Yeah, we just talking. Okay, while I'm waiting on somebody who speaks Spanish, let's address the headline of Merab suffering from memory loss after his war against Merab Dvalishvili. Here's the quote. Fan helps Merab look for his car after his war against Petr Yan at UFC 323. I lost. That's what happens when you get punched too much. Okay? Or sorry, I got lost. That's what happens when you get punched too much.
Hello guys, it's Merab with Raul.
Hello.
And what's her
Carla.
name? Carla, yeah. I got lost here somewhere. Raul will drive me around now.
Yeah, boy.
He offered me. Thank you, Raul, brother.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're gonna punch in my car. That's what happens when you get punched too much times, you know? I park somewhere and I can't find. Hello guys.
Just imagine seeing Merab walking around a fucking parking lot with this messed up face after his fight. I'd be like, yo, what the hell are you doing, Merab? He straight had short-term memory after that shit, though. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy, bro. Heal up, Merab. This is what I said. This is why warriors like Merab deserve the utmost respect. Win or lose. Literally willing to put his life on the line and die for his fans in the octagon, and it shows every time. I'm going to say it one more time. This quote right here, what I just wrote, this does not apply to every fighter. Okay, every fighter wants this to apply to them, but I'm sorry, homie. If you don't fucking fight like Merab, put your life on the line every time you step in that octagon, then this doesn't apply to you. This is reserved for straight warriors like Merab, like Petr Yan. Okay, kill or be killed fighters. Shit, I'll even throw... I know Henry had that eye poke incident, but the way Henry fought against Peyton Talbot without quitting, I would even put Henry Cejudo in there. Okay, go to war, go out on your shield if you have to, and don't fucking quit in there. Because a lot of guys be quitting. And Peyton Talbot even said about Henry, he said, look, I saw it in Henry's eyes. In that fight, there was a moment where he could have got himself out of there. But he made a mental decision to stick in there and to keep fighting. Okay, and I respect that shit. Much love to Merab. I see that Ruby Z said, ¿Qué tal Castro? ¿Qué necesitas? Okay, perfect. That'll be the next topic then. We got our Spanish speakers. Eric says he knows how to use Google Translate. It looks like we'll be able to fucking get a translation then. But let me finish up with Merab and some of the stuff he's been saying today. Okay? Starting with his clapback to Petr Yan about the jacuzzi pick. Oh, I also saw this. Dovey going, Mighty Mouse has changed personality since becoming a full-time YouTuber. He has, bro. He has. That's fucking sad too, homie. That shit's sad. Super sad. But you do you. You do you, DJ. But shit, people ain't fucking with it. We're also going to watch this video of Petr Yan's coach kind of breaking down their game plan. Alright? So we'll take a look at this, but I want to stay on topic. Well, it looks like I gotta go to Merab's ex. Okay, so Merab, and question is, what's gonna happen in 2026? Here he is. Here's his response to Petr Yan. Okay, Merab won, Yan won. So he given Yan this victory. He's like, all right, you got me. All right, Merab won, Yan won. Let's see. Apparently, this was after he beat Merab. Or sorry, after Merab beat Petr. You see Petr in the background there? Apparently, this was after. But I don't know if this is a new photo or whatnot. But this is at least what Merab's like claiming. Pretty hilarious. Shout out to AI. Now, let's look at what Merab had to say today. He issued a statement speaking about the rematch too. So let's read it. Give me a second, though, to drink some water. By the way, boys, I did hit the trifecta today. What's the trifecta? The trifecta is gym, a little bit of cardio, then 15 minutes in the sauna, all right? So everybody should be hitting that trifecta at least once or twice a week for good general health. All right, that's my tip to you boys. All right, let me read this. This is a big thank you to all my friends, family, fans, and teammates. Oh, let me just start over. This is a big thank you to all my family, friends, fans, teammates, and my country for your outpouring of love and support for me. Win or lose, you guys always stand by me, and I'm extremely grateful. I apologize for disappointing you with a loss, but please know I will 100% come back stronger and ready for war again, and will reclaim what is mine. I am fine for everyone sending their concerns. Just a few stitches. I will try and respond to all my texts, but please don't take my non-response personally. Your messages are all important yet overwhelming, and I appreciate every single one. Saturday was not my night. Jan was the better man, and I congratulate him and his team on their win. Don't get too comfortable. I am taking it right back in what I hope is a rematch as soon as possible. Thanks again, everyone. See you soon. Merab, you finna get that rematch as soon as you're ready, homie. Like I said to start off the stream, as soon as you're ready, Merab, that rematch is yours, homie. All right? But take your time. Don't rush back. And if Petr Yan does have to defend it before you're ready, that's totally fine, homie. Don't let that rush you back. You feel me? Heal up your brain, heal up your body, and come back 100% and give us the war we all want to see. The trilogy with you and Petr Yan. Okay? Shout out to Merab once again. We love you, homie. We respect you, homie. And we wish you a speedy recovery, homie. Shout out to fucking Merab. I love fighters like Merab. I love fighters like Petr Yan. Alright? That's why I'm so fucking exaggerating it right now. The point. I'm belaboring the point. Just so it really gets across to you guys who you should rock with and who you shouldn't rock with. And guys like this, Merab, you should rock with him. Okay, let's do the Brandon Moreno thing now. Miata boy, we can't act like Merab goes to war every fight, but he did this time, though. Shout out Merab, but he's not like Hooker, Chandler, Dustin. Shit. I disagree, Miata boy. You already heard my take. Even though Merab grapples, he's very fucking exciting. He always makes it exciting. So Merab's not conservative in there. You feel me? Merab's not conservative at all. He breaks his opponents. You know what, Miata boy, it's kind of surprising that you even say that. But you're entitled to your opinion. Tuxedo, should you really be behind the wheel of a car after getting in a concussion sustaining contest? Probably not. Probably not. Especially if you can't even remember where you fucking parked. Tuxedo, I hope we get to see Jan fight someone else at least once first. That would be fine with me. That would be totally fine with me. It could be Zahabi. It could be O'Malley rematch. That's about all I got right now. Tuxedo goes Jan versus O'Malley TBH. No, I feel you. I feel you. Ruby Z, 6-month break at least for Merab. Yes, facts. Facts. Okay, let's go to the Brandon Moreno thing and let me know if you guys can translate that. Brandon Moreno. And stay tuned, everybody. We do have episode 5 of Ark Insanity coming up. That shit gonna be good. That shit gonna be good. I already watched it, so I'm telling you boys now, it's good. Can we do like translation? Dang, why can't we do any translation? I have an idea. I have an idea. Just bear with me. I'm gonna get this shit translated real quick. Fuck it. Let's just watch it. If somebody can drop the translation in the comments, just do it. Just do it.
Señores, ¿cómo están? Pues nada más aquí para decirles que estoy bien, que todo está excelente. No había subido absolutamente nada porque pues ayer fue mi cumpleaños, me la quería pasar chido con la familia, con mis hijas, jugando Mario Kart. Pero pues solamente quiero decirles que estoy muy muy bien. Pues nada, reflexionando un poquito en lo de la pelea. Realmente quién sabe, ¿no? Yo en lo personal siento que el referee la para muy pronto. Pero mira, igual pude haberme quedado ahí y nada más quedarme recibiendo castigo extra. O quizás si hubiera tenido la oportunidad de escaparme y poder dar la remontada. Uno nunca sabe, fue una pelea muy extraña. Lo que queda es que tengo que levantar la cabeza, tengo que seguir para adelante, disfrutar el cierre de año, disfrutar las fiestas, disfrutar con la familia y esperar el 2026 con lo que sea, ¿ok? Con lo que venga fuerte, ¿ok? Bendiciones para todos, cuídense mucho y felices fiestas. Let's go.
Here's the translation of his caption. Get up, shake off the dust, and get back to the race. Looking forward to 2026 with great excitement. So I don't know, but that's what he said. Anyone, did he say anything about the stoppage though? Is he like moved past it, or what's the deal with this? Eric says, I agree with Miata Boy somewhat. Merab is active but rarely tries to finish. A lot of takedowns with no ground control or submission threat. A lot of clinching on the fence, throwing minor strikes. I mean, but Eric and Miata Boy, did Merab not go to war with Umar? Did Merab not go 5 rounds with O'Malley? You feel me? He could have just taken down O'Malley and laid on him in that first fight. But he made it exciting. He stood up. He struck. He even got rocked at the end of the fight. Then he goes and submits O'Malley in the rematch. I don't know. I think you guys got to give Merab some credit with that. The activity too. I mean, it's a whole scale. I'm not just talking about the fights, but the activity. Putting his fucking health on the line, returning for the fans. You feel me? Never quitting in there. That's mostly what I'm talking about too. Like a lot of guys, here's a contradiction, okay? A lot of guys, when it gets tough in there, they find a way out. That's what I'm kind of saying. Like guys who go in there and they find a way out, that's not the people I'm talking about. People like Merab never waver. They never quit. They're active. He did go to war against Umar. He did go to war against O'Malley. He did go to war against fucking Petr Yan. Even the first fight with Petr Yan, that wasn't going to war? With Henry Cejudo? Okay, how about with Marlon Moraes? I actually don't appreciate you guys trashing Merab like that. Genuinely. How about Marlon Moraes? How about when Merab wouldn't get submitted and he fucking went out cold against Ricky Simone? You guys got anything to say about that, or you want to apologize to Merab right now? You feel me? I feel like, the people I'm talking about are people who find ways out of the octagon. Merab never finds a way out of the octagon. He went out fucking cold from a guillotine from Ricky Simone because he won't ever fucking tap. Okay, that's the people you should respect. Oh my god, he got a takedown. Oh, no, bro. Dan Hooker fights like a fucking idiot, okay, and he ignores half of the fucking game. All right? I respect Dan, but Dan could not ever be compared to a guy like Merab. Never. Never in life. Never in history. Okay? So, I mean, I'd like to see some apologies for Merab. You guys are like, changing my point. You feel me? Picking up guys over their shoulders, slamming them. You guys don't like that shit? Shit. Oh, Ruby Z got the translation. Thank you. Tuxedo, he said nachos are good. He said I like beer. Nachos are good. He said I work at Home Depot. Shout out Tuxedo. 80. What's up, everyone? Just want to let everyone know that I'm okay. I'm in good spirits because yesterday was my birthday. I want to clear up that it was a tad bit premature, but the ref is doing his job. Okay, thank you, Ruby Z. Thank you. I just want to take a moment to say, fuck Mark Smith. He on that IV fent, okay? Mark Smith on that IV fent, and fuck him. I'll say it. So it was a tad bit premature. He's standing on that, and I respect that. Because it was. HT, if Jan continued to fight like how he beat Merab this time, I reckon he will lose again in the trilogy. I couldn't see anything different. Merab can change to favor him. Yeah, aside from just coming back healthy, right? Aside from coming back healthy. But I do think Petr Yan probably wins the rematch, HT. Just for the record. I do think he probably wins the rematch. Peter. Eric, I'll give you that. Could never call Merab a quitter. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, guys like, even guys like, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about more. What's that dude's name that just got knocked out by Loco Torres? I don't even know his name. That's how unimpressionable he is. Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson, no offense to you, homie, but you are about to catch a stray. Grant Dawson, all right? What I said right here about Merab, I'm going to be very specific. What I said about Merab right here, okay, this doesn't apply to guys like Grant Dawson, who get takedowns, try to stall out fights, fucking cover up and don't fight back the second they get dropped. He did the same shit against Bobby Green. Did the same shit against Loco Torres. Okay? This quote right here is not reserved for guys like, forgot his name again, Grant Dawson. Okay? It's not. You know who else this isn't reserved for? Guys like, he trains at MMA Lab. He fought, who'd he fight? He fought, who's that guy from Calvin Cater's team? Fucking A, bro. Rob Font. Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips, this fucking quote isn't for him. Okay? He goes in there, gets takedowns, squeaks out wins, doesn't really fight like a warrior. Okay, I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm sorry to fucking, diss some fighters, but seems like you guys need more context for my point that I'm talking about here. Miata boy, Merab isn't used to having a concussion. He doesn't take a lot of shots. Most of his fights, he might have a nose break, so his head trauma, he's not used to it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I hope he recovers. I hope he fucking recovers. Sag, as much as I like Merab, I just know they won't give him the instant rematch. Bro, they better fucking give it to him. At least give it to him. HT, he kept trying to take down, but he couldn't, which is his bread and money. Yeah, and it's going to be really hard to take him down in the trilogy. I think I was watching DC and Chill today, and they were saying that in that first fight, although Merab had 15 takedowns, he only had like a total of 6 minutes of control time. And he had even less time of control time in this fight. He probably only had like fucking 20 seconds of control time off the takedowns. Glass Jawson. Exactly, Larry. Exactly. Okay, before we kind of settle in and listen to Bryce Mitchell, what do you guys think of this clip right here? O'Malley talking about Petr Yan potentially ducking him.
Tim showed me this morning. Tim showed me this morning. He said, they asked like Petr if he would give me a rematch if I beat Song, whatever, and Petr goes starts laughing. And every time Peter's been asked about me in a rematch, even before this, he's avoided it. I'm not saying Petr Yan's scared of me by any means.
He's ducking.
But why? He says I'm not deserving or I'm not good enough or whatever. Wouldn't that be a great reason to defend the belt? Wouldn't you want to fight I fought Cheeto. Like, why wouldn't you want... He said Merab and Umar could rematch. There's that. I don't know. Me and Sai, yeah, I gotta go get through Song. No easy task there.
Respond to the hooker comment, homie. That's what we want to hear from you, O'Malley. He said you still look like a hooker, like fucking 4 years later. You got anything to say about that? Maybe it just wasn't clipped off, but that shit was funny as hell. Eric says, Merab usually doesn't establish ground control. He'll spam takedowns over and over. I think part of that is intentional too, Eric. I will give him that credit because I know what I just said about 15 takedowns against Petr in the first fight, barely any control time. And to give Merab some credit for that, I'll say that, yeah, Merab usually takes him down and lets him back up. But again, to excite the fans, right? He's trying to be entertaining for the fans. And that's why I got on you boys a second ago, because I think you guys should appreciate that. I think you guys should appreciate that. You know, he's making the fight harder on himself, right? To entertain the fans. Because he could easily establish ground control. He could. But he chooses not to. Now, did he choose not to against Petr Yan in the rematch? No, I'm sure he would have fucking loved to establish some more ground control. But it is what it is. Credit to Petr Yan. O'Malley privilege. O'Malley entitlement privilege. I'm trying to go to champ rounds. Okay, so here's Trump saying, or I'll just read it to you. Donald Trump claims there's going to be 8 to 9 title fights at the UFC White House event and says Dana White is purposely holding back fights so he can put them on that card. Is that why they held back Ilya? Is that why they held back Ilya? Remember, we've been like, was it Ilya's choice to sit out, or was it the UFC's choice to make Ilya sit out and build that big fight? Because again, they waited until after Arman's fight played out to make that whole announcement. If Ilya was really going to sit out, why didn't he announce that before Arman even fought? That's what I find a little bit fishy. But now today it comes out, 8 to 9 title fights at UFC White House. Okay, maybe things are starting to make more sense now. They're going to have 8 to 9 championship fights, the biggest fights they've ever had. Dana's actually holding back fights right now for 6 months so he can do it for the White House event. All right, let's take a look. By the way, Trump, Bryce Mitchell think he evil now. Bryce Mitchell think he evil as hell.
UFC on June 14th. It's going to be June 14th next year. And they're building an arena. The great Dana White's building an arena. And they're going to have 8 or 9 championship fights, the biggest fights they've ever had. Everyone's a championship fight. And everyone's a legendary type of fight. He's actually holding back fights right now for 6 months so he can do it for this, for 250. I think 250 is going to be amazing. I think the arena is going to be 5,000 or 6,000 seats right in front of the front door of the White House, and 100,000 people in the back where they're putting up 8 or 10 very big screens. That's going to be an exciting night.
I'm sorry, did he say 100,000 fucking people? That's insane. 100,000 people? How the hell are they going to fit that shit? Anyway, that's the update on the UFC White House. Do you guys believe that shit or no? I think I want to do a poll on that.
So many people are asking for tickets, the UFC. UFC.
Let's do a poll on that. 1 second. So I see you boys voted would have been weak if Jamal chinned Joanna. Okay, I got you guys. Still pretty close though, right? Still pretty close. Will there be 8 to 9 title fights at White House? Yes. Cap. Let me know. We finna get 8 to 9 title fights or that straight cap? Miata Boy responding to Eric, saying, holding against the cage, kneeing thighs with a body lock doesn't take a lot of energy. I think he did it a full round in the O'Malley fight. I like Merab, but he's not always the most exciting. I think he might have done that, Miata Boy. I think he might have. But again, I just want to say, that's not fully my point. You know, my point is mostly about how Merab, he a warrior, man. He a warrior. He likes to entertain the fans, and he got a no-quit mentality. Anybody who fights like that, I respect him, and I want to highlight it. Eric, 8 to 9 title fights. Imagine if they all go to decision. Shit, let's not put Khamzat on there. We know what's going to happen there. America first. I also got memory loss. Merab still champ. Shit, I got memory loss too. Moreno never lost, homie. Shit, I think we all got memory loss. That's going to be perfect. Anytime my favorite fighter loses, I'm just going to be like, shit, I forgot about that. I got memory loss. 80 Trumpy is known for letting the cat out the bag. He straight up just did. Dana's probably like, dude, you motherfucker. We don't got 8 to 9 title fights. We don't got that shit. The hell you talking about? Eric, I bet Dana hates Trump now for calling for a White House card. Low key, though. Low key. He shouldn't have fucking spilled that. HT, I told you last Thursday stream the White House was going to have 8 to 9 fights. HT, how'd you know that? How did you know that? America First, Governor of Florida, he should be the next POTUS IMO. Shit. Just wait for this fucking Bryce Mitchell video. I think we're going to have to watch it next. But we also have the Khamzat interview to react to, some clips. You boys want? I think we'll do Khamzat first. It's quicker, and then we'll do the Bryce Mitchell and settle in. 80, Trump is crazy motherfucker, needs to focus on the country. He for sure does, because I think we got World War III fucking coming. 80, I think we got World War III coming. America first. Hill should at least teabag Joanna. Shit, open up, Joanna. Open up. Miata boy. Okay, Guru had a really good thought on what's going to happen with these champs, and I think they're going to do a lot of people dirty. Patty, Armand, Ilya, Pantoja, Van, Merab, and Jan. All of them, I will find a time. Okay, yeah, Miata boy, if you can give me a timestamp or something, or give me like a clip to react to, we could watch it on stream. I'd actually love to hear what Guru's got to say about that. I would love to know what Guru got to say about that. He got a conspiracy theory? You know I love a good conspiracy theory now. You fucking know it, boys. Okay, so the one that's really upsetting me the most is... ACD. Trump's mouth writing checks that Dana's ass can't cash. That's facts, Eric. That's fucking facts. Oh, also, yeah, Peter Yan been clapping back at all of his fucking haters. People who were hating on him in fucking May. Why didn't they fucking clip the part where he said he doesn't want to fight guys from Dagestan? Okay, fine. I guess we're just going to watch the whole Khamzat interview with ESPN. You boys lucked out. I really don't want to do that, though. I'd really just rather get through all this really quickly. So I'm not going to do that. Sorry. Unless you boys want to watch the whole interview, I'll do it for you boys. I'm a man of the people. But if you don't care, I'm just going to pull up the clip. You boys let me know. You want the full interview? Or you just want me to pull up the clip? Yeah, Homo Fight didn't do it, right? Here it is, right here. We got the clip. We got the clip.
Things here, 5 no, his strike is.
Khamzat saying he doesn't want to fight fucking Imavov, bro. Sag, I'm down to watch the interview, but I don't care. Okay, I got you. Shit, if one more person says they want to watch it, we can watch it. But otherwise, we'll just react to the clips. Khamzat Chimaev says he doesn't really want to fight Imavov. He's a good guy. If you ask me, I don't want to fight this guy. He's from Dagestan. There will be a lot of drama. Oh, so HT going, I watched so much MMA YouTube. The clip you just played, White House UFC 8 to 9 fights, has been around for at least 2 weeks now. Okay, I got you, HT. Damn, shout out HT. HT, you would have been fucking on that shit if you were posting on your own page or something like that, like me. I might need you to fucking post for me, homie. I'm playing. Okay, let's watch this real quick. Fucking bullshit ass Dagestan, bro. Just pull up the clip. Can't stand his accent. Okay, I got you guys. I got you.
I saw it's a bit, my wrestling skills, but I don't know his striking skills. It wasn't MMA. I was there. I just tried to help him. He's a good guy. I know him. Like, he knows me.
Real quick, because I did watch the interview already. Khamzat saying that he did train with Imavov, right? But they didn't actually train MMA. They just trained grappling and wrestling. So Imavov knows his strike or his grappling powers, but Imavov has never struck with him. So he doesn't know anything about his striking. Just to give you a preface of what he said like a few seconds before this clip even started.
Know each other. If you ask me, I don't want to fight this guy because he's like, we know each other like a Muslim, and he's from Dagestan. You know how it's Dagestan, Chechen people like, so it will be like a lot of drama on the internet or all these shit things. So I don't like about it. But if you see once it, I never gonna say no. If I saw it's a bit, my wrestling skills, but I don't know his striking skills. It wasn't MMA.
Okay. So Dagestan can cry about it because Imavov's next. Dagestan can cry all they fucking want. Okay, we'll go to champ rounds and look at a couple more clips from the interview. Okay, Khamzat speaking on Ian Gary.
Ian Gary.
Yeah.
Ian Gary. Yeah.
Why give him more hype?
No problem. No problem. We can speak about him as well. He's also a UFC fighter. We make him famous. He wants it. He want to be a corner, but we make him like. Yeah. What should we do, brother? This cappuccino, he tastes like my cappuccino. It will be so sweet if I get a fight with him.
With Alex?
With Alex and Gary, no problem.
Ian Gary.
Yeah.
So Ian Gary's sweet. Ian Gary's sweet. That's what Khamzat just said. Ian Gary's sweet. That's too funny. I didn't even know Khamzat understood those sayings. That's like an American saying. That's what Buckley said about Israel Adesanya. Alright, and apparently Khamzat's saying he's going to have one more fight at middleweight, then move up to light heavyweight. So let's hear it.
In my weight class, whoever. There is Imamo, there is Strickland, there is Hernandez, the whoever. Don't care. All of them I see like big check, good money, a lot of options. But I wanna for sure one more fight, one more weight class up.
Yeah.
One more fight, and I'm gonna go up next weight class.
One more, only one more, and then you want to move up.
In my weight class, whoever. There is Imamo, there is Strickland, there is Hernandez, the whoever. Don't care. All of them I see like big check, good money, a lot of options. But I wanna for sure one more fight, one more weight class up.
Yeah.
One more fight, and I'm gonna go up next weight class.
One more, only one more, and then you want to move up.
In my weight class.
I mean, I don't know. Can he move up? Should he move up? Does he deserve it? Maybe. Maybe he does deserve it. I don't know. He's so inactive. If he was more active, I'd be like, yeah, go for it, bro. But he's so inactive. That's the only thing I think would hold him up. I don't know if he's going to get opportunities like an Ilya, like an Islam, being so inactive. You know, Ilya and Islam are fighting like twice a year. Homie fights once a year if we're lucky. If we're fucking lucky. So I don't know about that. But that's what he wants. And apparently he went in on Pereira. So let's look at that too. He goes, UFC don't want to give this guy for me. He said he can fight with Duplessis, but now he says he's more famous than me. If I say hi on my story on Instagram, I get more views than his fight. I can't say the things UFC says to me. It's gonna be not respect for Alex. Everyone knows this guy's not my level. Interesting. But everyone also knows one punch could put you the fuck out, Khamzat. One punch from Pereira could put you the fuck out, homie. And that's all we need to know to book the fight. Shit, maybe Pereira will take it.
That's good fight for him, good fight for me. Everyone knows that UFC knows that, but UFC don't want to give this guy from me. So, and the guy say, "Oh, I come to your jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling. I don't know what this grappling, jiu-jitsu is not our job. Our job, UFC fighting, you know." So he said he can't fight with WW3. He accept the fight, but now he say like, "Oh, it comes out not good fight." Yeah, he's saying like he's more famous than me. That's why I'm using his name, bro. This guy, if I just say hi in my story in Instagram, I make more views on his fight. So I don't think so. This guy more famous than me. You know? I don't think so. He want that fight. He knows about it, and she know about it. So I can't say the things what UFC says to me, but it's gonna be not respect for Alex. Because everyone knows this guy is not my level, you know. So he's a good striker, one of the best strikers. I give the respect for him. He has knockout power and everything. Yeah, but brother, like ask whoever, 99% in the world who's watching UFC, so they're gonna tell you who is gonna win.
So is the UFC in Khamzat's ear telling him that Pereira is not a fucking star or something? Because that would just be absolutely ridiculous. But Khamzat going, my story gets more views than his fights. It sounds like he has inside information on how many views his fights get. Unless he's comparing YouTube metrics, but that's not what I think he's comparing, because he went ahead and said that I can't say the things UFC says to me. It's not going to be respectful to Alex. So kind of odd. Why the fuck would the UFC be telling Khamzat Alex isn't a fucking star? Low-key kind of crazy. Alex versus Khalil Roundtree probably did big numbers. Alex versus Prohaska probably did big numbers. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not pay-per-view buys, but shit, I mean, the fight had to draw in millions of viewers. Especially Ankalaev too. I mean, I don't know, bro. But that's what it seems like. If I'm reading between the lines, it seems like the UFC told Khamzat that Pereira doesn't generate a lot of views for some odd reason. I don't know. Imavov beats Khamzat. Rhett, you know, I kind of think so too. Not that I think Imavov beats him, but I think it's going to be a striker-grappler matchup. I don't think Khamzat can stand on the feet with Imavov. And Imavov, really tall dude, right? Really tall dude. I think he might be an inch taller than Khamzat. So I think it's going to be a tough matchup on the feet for Khamzat. He got to get him down. And Imavov got to stay on his feet. Your classic grappler-striker matchup. Kind of like Ankalaev versus Pereira. Kind of like that, right? Ankalaev wants to get the takedowns. Pereira wants to fucking keep it on the feet. But, yeah. A lesser version of that. A lesser version of that. Ian Silverman. Bro, Jan versus Jamahal Hill next. I want to see Jan KO him. Okay, Ian Silverman. Sorry I'm reading your chat a little bit late, but I did get to it. Jan Blachowicz? Jan Blachowicz, Ian Silverman? Shit, I'd be okay with that. You guys want Jan Blachowicz versus Jamahal Hill? I wouldn't be opposed. Or shit, Bogdan too. Why not? Who we got at the heavyweight top 15? Light heavyweight top 15. Also, Miata Boy, if you're still in the chat, homie, I'm not sure if you're in the chat or looking for that timestamp, but I mean, let me know about that, Miata Boy. I'm interested to hear what Guru had to say. Okay, Jamahal Hill. Oh, what about Volkan? What about Volkan Ozdemir versus Jamahal Hill? Somebody also suggested that to me. I know, right, Rhett? I know. Facts, though. Jan is a draw king. But what about Volkan Ozdemir? Volkan Ozdemir versus Jamahal? Or Jan Blachowicz versus Jamahal? AD Kid, Jacob, the UFC matchmakers be creating beef. They probably told him some smack about Alex P. I mean, that's what it seems like, AD. That's definitely what it seems like. That's why I was pointing it out to you. Because I was hearing something else while fucking Khamzat was talking. All I kept hearing was UFC disrespecting Pereira to fucking Khamzat, which is weird. That shit goofy. Why the fuck are you gonna respect or disrespect one of your other fighters to another fighter? That shit goofy as hell. That shit goofy as hell. Sag, damn, one more fight to move up. I mean, yeah, but probably not, Sag. Probably not, bro. Probably not. So you guys do believe that 8 to 9 title fights, we got 53% people voting yes. But it's like 50-50. Sag again, why does Khamzat act like he deserves the Pereira fight already and Pereira was willing to go down to middleweight to fight DDP? He wasn't going to give DDP an undeserving title shot at 205. Honestly, Sag, I don't think Pereira could ever make 185 again, homie. I don't think Pereira could ever make 185 again. I think the only way he was fighting DDP was at 205. But that whole DDP talk is in the past. Now it's Khamzat, potentially moving up to 205. Okay, let me look for more clips on this Khamzat interview before we go to the Bryce Mitchell. Oh shit, Khamzat has a message for Alex Pereira's coach, Glover Teixeira. Teixeira, he says that if he sees me in a hotel, he's going to do something. Bro, we don't need a hotel. You need to go to the UFC. You have a contract. If you want to fight, let's go. Bro, what did fucking Glover say about him? I never even heard this shit. And then Khamzat on Sean Strickland. Khamzat said Sean Strickland needs to win one more fight after Hernandez to get a shot at him. He lost against a guy oh my gosh. He lost against a guy who I destroyed for 5 rounds, bro. He has to win one fight, but if they give him after that, who cares? UFC makes the show. Okay, so potentially Strickland versus Khamzat. I like it. I like it. Okay, now we can move on to episode 5 of Arc Insanity. And a reminder to me, Audiboy, if he's in the fucking chat, drop that timestamp for Guru if you want me to react to it. Probably the last time I'm going to mention that. Bryce Mitchell. So this is a heavy podcast. I know episode 4 of Arc Insanity didn't deliver. But shit, episode 5 fucking delivered. Mark my damn words. Mark my damn words, episode 5 delivered. Here's the title. World War III and it ain't the Muslims, okay? Alright. Let me go get a jacket. And we'll get started on this, okay? Just give me like 2 minutes. Or like 1 minute. Shout out to everybody watching. Like the stream and subscribe, boys. Like the stream and subscribe. No worries, Miata boy. No worries. All right. Arc Insanity episode 5. Bryce Mitchell predicts World War III is coming. And it's a very grim podcast. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. Okay, let's watch it. Shout out Bryce Mitchell. Oh, let me read a couple more chats. Jacob, America first, we be going to war on all fronts, and our doom will be internally, from within. America first. Well, then, you're going to like what Bryce Mitchell has to say, bro. Man, I low-key kind of believe, like, a lot of what he says, but there's one thing that kind of I'm confused about. And I'll let you guys know when it comes up. America First Cumshot has become the next McNuggets. Can't wait till someone takes him out. Shit. If anyone can't take him out, maybe it'll be Imavov. Maybe it's Imavov.
Welcome to episode 5 of Arc Insanity. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. This show is taking off like wildfire in the middle of Arkansas in June in a pasture that ain't been bush hogged in 2 years. Let me tell you, this podcast is taking off fast. So fast the government tried to ban me, tried to censor me, tried to kick me off of YouTube because I had 500,000 views on the first episode. Guess what? The people want to hear this stuff too much. You can't silence somebody that everybody agrees with. And that's what I love about this show, is that I'm not scared to put it all on the line for y'all, and I know that y'all love me because I read the comments. By the way, if you want to support the show for free, you can like, share, subscribe, and you can comment. That's one of the biggest things you can do. It takes $0, and you just go to the comments and tell me why you agree with me or why you disagree with me, or just comment on anything you want. I don't care. Just comment, because I read it and I love it and I love you guys. If you are looking to financially support the show, just get yourself a t-shirt. I think they're about $30. This is my battle-tested brand right here. That's my favorite shirt. It's got the cross. It's got a cool quote on the back. That's all Mitchell made. Remember, they're trying to gay me out, okay? If you go to MitchellMadeUSA.com, they are going to pull some queer tactics. You can type in MitchellMadeUSA.com on Google, and all this gay shit's going to come out. These people are trying to play a joke on me, and it backfired because it is so funny. It actually makes great content. So no matter what these queers do to try to get me, I always end up getting them because I get a good laugh out of that. Remember, MitchellMadeUSA.com. Don't get queered out. I want to talk about a clip from last week. Let me play this clip of what I said last week.
I eventually believe that ICE officers are going to get shot. And then more ICE is going to be the answer from the government. And then there's going to be a police state. And I believe that's what's coming to a city near you.
Yes, we are bringing in our National Guard to every city we possibly can. Who needs our help?
Bryce and me are very similar in our personalities and how we make our videos. Is it not? Am I the only one who notices that? I don't know. I see a little bit of myself in Bryce, and you're going to see more. When Bryce goes on his rant and starts crashing out, I do the same shit. I'm just saying, me and Bryce be getting excited when our points be hitting. And Bryce is very excited his point hit. I feel him. I've been there before too. It's very exciting. It's very vindicating. But I'm telling you guys, I got a screenshot too. Okay, we got a screenshot at like 26 minutes. I'm not going to fast forward it. Sorry, I'm fucking jumping ahead and shit. We're just going to keep watching it.
All right. Does anybody believe me now? Does anybody now understand why they're trying to take this show off the air? Because I'm telling you what's happening before the shit happens, dude. Oh, and did I say ICE? I meant to say National Guard. This is pathetic. This is an inside job. And it's just as bad as the rest of them. We all know that this is BS. So we're going to get into what's going on with the National Guard. We're going to get into a little bit of world news. And the biggest world news of all, which is World War III. That's what this episode is about. World War III. That's right. First, let's get to this National Guard stuff, okay? And how this is all bullshit, okay? Because I love smoking rats out the hole. The big rat with the big cheese today is Pam Bondi. And don't forget Netanyahu. Don't forget Trump. All these CIA rats, I don't even know their name. The CIA has so many little rats. But the big rats, we got them holed up. Let's smoke them out. So this so-called shooter of these two National Guardsmen, which were shot in Washington, D.C., the so-called shooter, I'm going to call him Allah Akbar, okay? Because I don't give a shit what his real name is. I call him Allah Akbar. Okay, so they're saying that old Akbar just hates the National Guard so much he runs up on them and guns them down, and then he gets killed or shot and detained. I don't know if he's alive or not. That if he is alive, they're just going to let him go. Because let me tell you, that's an inside job right there. Akbar, Allah Akbar, he's not a Muslim like they're wanting you to think. He is a CIA asset. He has been working with the CIA. He's been in bed with our federal government, and he's been killing people on our tax dollar for several decades.
Now, Bryce Mitchell is going to say he's brothers with the Muslims. He loves them. He got nothing against them, which is all fine. But Bryce, I wonder how the Muslims are going to react when you tell them that Akbar is a inside, job for the UFC. He's not like a real god, so to speak. Because don't they yell out, like, allow Akbar, allow Akbar? Now he's saying Akbar is like a CIA informant or something like that. I don't think the Muslims would like to hear that about their I don't know if Akbar is their god or who he is exactly.
And you think that he just randomly decides to do an attack on these random National Guards members? No. He was paid, and then he attacked. And then they're going to use the fact that Akbar is a Muslim to try to make Christians in America hate Muslims. This is the sloppiest job I've ever seen the CIA do. And as time goes on, it just keeps getting sloppier. It's like everything's being revealed. The truth is right in front of us. And if you're too dumb to see what's going on, then I just don't know what to tell you. You need to go watch some dumb stuff, because this show is not for dummies. I am not George Bush. This is not No Child Left Behind. If you can't keep up with the things that I'm teaching, your ass is getting left behind, okay? So Allah Akbar, he's not some random Muslim who came to this country to kill. He is a government asset that has been trained for decades. And in
my bad. I guess that he just got the same name, Allah Akbar, but this guy's a real human being. So this isn't who Khamzat's referring to when he yells allow Akbar in the octagon or at the weigh-ins and shit. So it's kind of confusing. This guy got the same name though. And apparently this guy a fake Muslim. He is CIA operative, imposturing as a Muslim.
They sent him to Washington, D.C. to kill these two innocent National Guards members so that you would hate every single Muslim that ever stepped foot onto American soil. Well, guess what? I love Muslims, and you're not going to trick me. It's that simple. I know what's going on. They're trying to make this National Guard stuff go crazy, and so that people want more National Guard in their cities. And that's the last thing I want, is the federal government sending a literal army into our cities, because that's how martial law starts. That's where the Civil War starts, because it's not going to be martial law. It's going to be civil war. There's going to be more dead National Guardsmen if you send them into big cities. There will be a civil war, and the National Guard will lose. I'm just telling you, they cannot overpower the American population. To think so would be foolish. Allah Akbar, he ain't the first CIA asset that has been wreaking havoc on America. Another CIA asset is Jake Lang. Look at this guy over here kissing the wall. Man, that says it all right there. People who kiss that wall, they generally hate.
Real quick though, what do you guys think of the fact that we might be getting our citizens murdered, or that the government might be getting, National Guardsmen murdered to spark race wars? I mean, it's not beneath them. It's definitely not beneath them. They do this all the time to introduce policies, right? They let an influx of illegals through the borders, and then they go, oh, here's how I'm going to fix that for you, right? So this is the same type of concept. let some guy who imposters as a Muslim come and kill a couple of people from the National Guard, and then use that as an excuse to spark a race war, so to speak, right? Muslims are coming here to kill us, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I could see it. I don't know if Bryce is right, but I could see where he's coming from, and it's not beneath the U.S. government. It's definitely not beneath the U.S. government. America First, I would join National Guard. You'll be good, Brandon. If I stay local, I would patrol OC. Let's go. 50K signing bonus. Damn, America First. I don't know. I don't want no National Guard over here. I am with Bryce on that. I don't want no National Guard or shit. It's a civil fucking war. It's a civil fucking war if there's National Guard that comes here. But shit, California going to be one of the first places they come to try to attack because we got no guns over here. You feel me, America First? We got no guns over here. Shit. Arkansas and like Florida and Arizona going to be the last places they attack because they got open carry. America First, Watchdog claims U.S. weapons left behind by Biden in Afghanistan now make up core of the Taliban military. A watchdog has now confirmed that American weaponry left behind in Afghanistan withdrawal. Yeah, I was telling you guys that. But that was with from that one movie with Tom Cruise. But yeah, I guess when we pulled out like a few years ago from Afghanistan, we left all the weapons behind. What do you think's going to happen? We already did that. We're literally repeating our blueprint, right? That's the excuse to go back and invade once they radicalize with our weapons that we intentionally left behind. Exactly what I'm talking about right now. What I just got done saying, here it is again. They do these setups, bro. America First, Bryce, they will make you by force to join their religion. The minute you say no, your head will start rolling. Interesting, America First. I don't think Bryce ever converting to Muslim, though. He gonna die a Christian. America First, sacrifice people to pass laws. Where did I see that before? That's right, 9/11. Shout out America First. Okay, all right. America First on the same tip as me. Let's continue.
America, they generally hate Christians. They generally want to propose foreign policies for America that bankrupt us, kill our finest soldiers, and genocide innocent people while making the world literally hate us and want to invade. Oh, there's our president touching on the wall. He didn't quite kiss it, but he is giving it a good rub down. Maybe put a little bit of that baby oil on it. Maybe when nobody's looking, he kisses it. Maybe he talks to it nice and soft and slow. I think all that's gay, man. Kissing all over a wall. I like to kiss and touch and hug on my wife. That's just me, though. If any of y'all trust any of these wall kissers and wall huggers, I'm just telling you, Ben, I wasn't even talking about you. Why are you even trying to come on here, Ben? Okay, I'm sitting here talking about Donald Trump right now. And let me tell you something. Anybody who kisses that wall, you ought to be 100% suspicious of. And the fact that CIA assets like Jake Lang, Donald Trump, they're caught kissing the wall, that tells you what they're going to do to this country. They're going to impose policies that destroy us. And Ben, this ain't about you, brother. Get out of here. I don't have any money for you. I already gave it to AIPAC through my tax dollars, okay? Back to Jake Lang. So Jake Lang is sowing
shout out to AIPAC
seeds of hatred between Christians and Muslims. And guess what? Jake Lang ain't a Christian. He's a wall kisser with the tiny hat. He is not a Christian. So do not listen to these fake Christians like Jake Lang who are trained by the CIA and paid by the CIA to make Christians like myself hate Muslims. It's not going to happen. You're not going to trick me. I love Muslims, and I know the real enemy is the wall kissers, not the innocent Muslims that come over here and contribute to our society.
Just to add to what Bryce had to say about the whole, the American government hates Christians, I feel like it needs to be clarified. The American government, based off everything Bryce has been saying, and, I kind of agree with it too, the American government is compromised, once again, from Epstein, right? Because Epstein was sent over from Natan Levy's part of the country to infiltrate us with underage kids and shit like that, right? So all of the US government is compromised, which is why they are controlled by Natan Levy's part of the country. So really, Natan Levy's part of the country, I feel like Bryce is saying, hates Christians, right? And these guys have been promised, like, I don't know the word, like impunity, like they can't get punished as long as they listen to what Natan Levy's part of the country says, right? So that's why Donald Trump and all the government is going by whatever Natan Levy's part of the country says, because they have like impunity, right? As long as they follow those orders, they will not be victim to, I guess, the collapse of the United States of America. Okay? They've been saved a spot in Natan Levy's part of the country where they're safe. Right? That's my opinion. Unbroken, Bryce needs to wise up. Shit. Keep listening. Keep listening. It hasn't even gotten to the fucking thick of it yet. Unbroken. Tom, people talk about Bryce being off his rocker, but I think he's got based views. Epstein was intelligence for Natan Levy's part of the country. Everyone knows that. Tom D, I just got done saying that. So yes. Shout out Tom D.
You have to be foolish to believe these people. Regardless of what the media is trying to tell us, I'm telling y'all right now, Muslims in America.
Unbroken, it's also compromised by jihadist, Qatar, and Saudi. Okay, Unbroken. Unbroken's super intelligent with this shit now. So listen to Unbroken too.
America and Christians in America do not need to fight. We need to band together and protect this homeland is what we need to do, because I'm telling you, the government is trying to make Christians hate Muslims. There ain't a Muslim in the world that's threatening me. It's my own government that threatens me every single day, that steps on my rights, that steals my taxes. So I love you, Muslims. We cannot fight. Okay? They're trying to be pitted against each other for this martial law or civil war type scenario. I'm just telling you, I don't hate Muslims. I hate the federal government. I think that 99% of our government are child molesting, bloodthirsty, ravenous fools who have committed treason and acts of war against innocent people across the world. And their actions are going to reflect on innocent people like me that hate what they're doing, but have to bear the consequences of it. Okay, so that's what this podcast is about. This podcast is about telling all these sitting governments in America that they're going to go to hell if they don't repent and beg for forgiveness in the name of Jesus Christ, because I see everything all of our government has done. They have literally let pedophiles walk free and literally locked up innocent people and killed innocent people. And I'm done with it. I'm not going to sit here and be silent while my country is destroyed. Hell, if I'm going to die, I'm at least going to say the truth on my way out. When this country was founded in 1776, we had to fight an enemy called the Red Coats. I see something very similar happening today, except today it's the Red Hats. And I'm telling you, you Red Hats will not walk on my freedoms. You can take my life. You will not take my freedom. I will have my guns. I will have my freedom of speech. I will worship Jesus Christ, and I will die for that. There is no Muslim threat in this country, but there is Muslim threat in the world. I'm not so naive to think that the Muslim population somewhere on this planet couldn't be capable of genocide. For example, just to show y'all that I am not.
Real quick, this is where I'm kind of going to ask a question because I'm like confused. You know, Bryce Mitchell talking about there's no Muslim threat in our country, but they essentially commit genocide in other parts of the world, talking about Muslims. He's going to talk about Nigeria right now. Muslims are murdering like Nigerians or something like that. But then it's like, well, if they're capable of doing that in Nigeria and in other parts of the world, then why wouldn't they be capable of doing that here? You know, like, why wouldn't they be a threat to us? I don't know if you want to just co-sign that right away as like, oh, they haven't done anything to us yet, so, you know, they're good in my book. I mean, if they're doing that same thing to other countries, I don't know, maybe they could do it to us. Maybe our defenses are preventing that, potentially. It's just a question. I don't, you know, Bryce be fucking sparking ideas I never think about, but that's my take on that. If they are doing that to other parts of the world, then shit, we might want to fucking just cover our asses just in case. It might be kind of naive to assume they wouldn't do that to us, right? Because what? They love us? I don't think so.
Biased, and I do recognize that some Muslims are warlike and will genocide people. I'm going to show you what's going on in Nigeria. This is what a Muslim threat looks like in a country. Okay, Nigeria, the southern part of it is all Christian occupied, and the north is Muslim occupied. If you haven't heard, well, now you know. Okay, so when there is a Muslim threat, this is what it looks like. Do you see all the bodies of the Christians wrapped up? You got that picture, that blown up church, Ghost Man? Oh, thank you, Ghost Man. Look at that. Where's a building in America that's blown up like that by Muslims? And don't you dare tell me the Twin Towers, because I'm going to tell you Israel did that. Netanyahu did that. Okay, don't you dare blame the Muslims on that. I'll slap the shit out of you. I swear if you say that to my face, I will slap the shit out of you on behalf of every Muslim that I love and respect. This is what a Muslim threat looks like.
What do you guys think? I got to ask the question. What do you guys think? Who did it? Who did 9/11? Natan Levy's part of the country or the Muslims? It's well documented, right, through, I'll just say, propaganda, that the Muslims did it, right? That's the obvious answer. That's what they teach you, right? But we are all woke in the chat, and everybody watching this is pretty fucking woke. So, my question, who did 9/11? Natan Levy's part of the country or the Muslims? I think we need to do a poll. I think we need to do a poll. Because Bryce Mitchell says if you believe Muslims did 9/11, he's slapping the fuck out you. Okay? Who did 9? Okay. Vote it up in the poll. And, Eric, I know your comments are getting deleted, so you can't say what you want about Bryce, but if you misspell it, it should be able to go through. You just got to get a little bit crafty. Unbroken saying Dearborn, Michigan, Somalia, Tennessee. Ballot inside bullet. Interesting. Tom D, if you read parts of the Talmud, you'll be shocked, I swear. Well, I've never read the Talmud, Tom D, but if you want to drop some insight in the chat, I'll happily read it. Larry Silverstein. No clue who that is. America First, Jacob, God's word has been foretold. Oh wait, Jacob, God's world has foretold that in the last days people will come against each other, nation, ethnicity. Matthew 24:7, nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, America First, interesting. Interesting. Man, I hope we're not approaching the last days. I'm going to say that right now. I hope we're not approaching the last days. Eric's saying it still ain't working. Damn, sorry about that, Eric. Unbroken, our own government, Epstein files $23 trillion missing the week before Building 7 housed paperwork. If anyone gets what Unbroken is saying, shout out to you. Tom D, he got a huge payout and the USA invaded Iraq, taking out Saddam and secured Natan Levy's part of the country from any other opposition to them. Interesting. Interesting. America vs. Saudis were hanging out with Bush. All planes were not allowed to fly, yet they boarded a plane and took off. I see, America First. Oh, Tom D. Larry Silverstein was the owner of the two towers. Oh, okay. Tuxedo, no idea who Larry Silverstein is? God, you're so blue-pilled. Shit. Wake me up then. Help me out, boys. Help me out. I be covering MMA mostly, so you know what I'm saying? Sound it out for me. I'm happily learning this shit. Tom D, Unbroken knows. Yeah, shit, I told you, Unbroken smart as hell. Half the shit Unbroken says goes over my head. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Unbroken, the same play happened Iran. Muslim used socialism, then wiped them out after. We're gonna have to hop on a Discord call one of these days, boys. Just to really sound it out for me. Because the chat ain't doing it enough. Well, you guys are doing it enough in the chat, but you could give me more info on a fucking phone call. Okay, let's continue this, but I was just curious. Looks like 50-50 are saying Muslims or Natan Levy's part of the country, so keep voting up the poll. Who did 9/11? Who did it? Who done it? Who done it? We haven't even gotten to the thick of this podcast yet. Just wait. It gets way more fucking juicy. Just wait. He's about to get into it.
Once again, this is the northern half of Nigeria. 12 million Christians in Nigeria have been displaced, as in they had to run for their lives. They thought they were going to die, so they grabbed all their shit and they ran south. Okay, so the southern population of Nigeria is Christian. They have formed an army, and they have barriers and checkpoints and stuff. My really good friend Tyler just went there. He was visiting, and yeah, he told me all about Nigeria. And basically, that country is under extreme Islamic threat. America, no. America's under threat by Israel and by our own Congress and our own sitting president and every senator and every governor. But no, there is not a Muslim threat in America.
I get what Bryce is saying now. He's saying that fucking, Natan Levy's part of the country is the one threatening us. And I do get what he's saying now. These are our enemies right here. Disguised as our allies. How crazy. Our enemies disguised as our allies. Blackmailing Trump as we speak. And all the U.S. politicians.
Guaranteed. They're not what they're trying to make them seem on the media. Now, I understand. Great Britain is being occupied by Muslims. I get that. Guess what? The Muslims here have not done anything violent. Anything.
But could they, if they're doing it in the UK, if they're doing it in Nigeria, could they do it here? That's what my main question was too. Yeah, they haven't done anything yet, but maybe that's because we're super hyper focused on them because we're controlled by Natan Levy's part of the country. But maybe they could do that to us too. If we weren't so hyper focused on them, maybe they could do that to us as well. If they're doing that in UK, if they're doing that in Nigeria.
The perpetrators of all the violence is our own government. So instead of being terrified of these Muslims in America, what I'm actually going to do is talk about the real Muslim threat in Nigeria. And all the Christians over there, I got a verse for you, Matthew 5:10. Blessed are those who have been persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So not only do Nigerian Christians need to remember these verses about how we're glorified in death if we die for righteousness, which is Jesus' name, but this applies to Americans too, not just Nigerians. I'm telling you, there's going to be a day where America is getting invaded very soon, and we see our fellow Americans in body bags like that. Y'all got to remember, we're going to be persecuted. The Bible talks about it. Revelation 18 and 19, guys. If you ain't read Revelation 18 and 19, it is the Bible literally talking about America collapsing at the end of the world. And some preacher might have read 18 and 19 of Revelation and said, oh, no, that ain't America. That's Babylon. That's some other country. I'm just telling you they're wrong. Chapter 18 and 19 of Revelation was wrote 2,000 years ago by a guy named John. America didn't exist. He couldn't just get on the scripture and start writing, hey, America's going to collapse. There wasn't a word for America. When John had this vision of the world collapsing, he saw America and he saw it fall. And I'm telling you right now, the fall is coming. And you're thinking, well, how are we going to fall, Bryce? World War III. World War III is officially started. And I don't know how quick things are going to pop off, but I'm telling you, what has happened in Venezuela is 100% an act of war. Donald Trump ordered 12 men, Venezuelan men, on boats to be massacred. All 12 of them are dead. Oh, shoot, there might be 2 survivors. I don't know, but they damn near killed all of them. I think they did kill them all. I think what it was is there were 2 survivors left on a damaged vessel, and they finished them off, which is a war crime. It's a literal war crime. It was voted for at Nuremberg because you killed these 12 innocent fishermen in Venezuela. You had no proof that they had drugs on board. And by the way, that was the official motive from the White House. The White House is going to tell you we killed 12 random people because they had fentanyl on their boats. By the way, fentanyl kills 150,000 Americans a year. But guess what? That's all bullshit. They didn't have fentanyl on the boats. Let me tell you something about where these boats were located. Okay, some of y'all don't know your geography. Let me tell you something. These boats were in Venezuela, which the closest point of contact is going to be the southern tip of Florida. That's 1,400 miles. So 12 small vessels supposedly filled with fentanyl from a country who literally produces no fentanyl. That's right. Venezuela does not produce fentanyl. Colombia does, but Venezuela don't. So 12 Venezuelans that were supposedly on these boats with fentanyl, they all got killed, murdered.
Why not just arrest them? I didn't know you have to kill people who are bringing or potentially bringing fentanyl into our country. I didn't know that that's what you do. You kill them. Why not just detain and arrest them? What the hell is going on here? Anyway, Eric did drop the chat into the Discord, so I want to read it for you guys because nobody said this yet. And I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it, so respond to it in the chat. Eric says, integration of third world Muslims and third world citizens in general into the West is a World Economic Forum agenda that Bryce is now pushing, whether knowingly or unknowingly. He's been brainwashed. So basically, I feel like what Eric is saying is Bryce is advocating for Muslims to be more welcomed in the U.S. And through him advocating that, he's kind of like being brainwashed to do that in the first place. And I guess he's being brainwashed by the World Economic Forum agenda. Okay, so Bryce is falling for the bullshit then. That's what I'm hearing from Eric. Bryce is falling for the bullshit and going along with their master plan. They tricked him into going along with their master plan. Am I getting that right, Eric? And now he's pushing their plan, thinking he's in the right, but he's really not. That's why I did bring up that question about, the Muslim stuff that's going on in other parts of the world and being like, well, shit, I mean, if it's going on there, then it could probably happen here too. Let's be careful. But again, I guess what Bryce was also saying is that we're compromised by Israel. So like with us being compromised by them, they're going to prevent Muslims from coming over here anyway. You feel me? Because they don't get along. America First. They disposed of all the wreckage metal before it got inspected. Steel beams cannot be melted by fire/gasoline from airplane. Yep. I know. I saw some of the other things too. Like, when the towers collapsed, Silverstein got an insurance claim on the towers from Tom. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. And then Unbroken added, Silverstein did add extra insurance money to the World Trade Center a month before. That is insane, bro. Tom, they have interest in the betterment and security of Natan Levy's part of the country, not the USA. At least, I for sure understand that part. I for sure do. And I understand how insurance policies work too. So that's crazy that he added an extra insurance money a month before it happened. So he took out another insurance policy on it a month before it happened. I understand that shit. Tom, the book of Revelations is literally happening right now. Well, yeah, I mean, shit. Isn't Natan Levy's part of the country the synagogue of Satan? Isn't that part of the book of Revelations? That's what I've been saying too. Unbroken, no, Bryce. It was talking about the Roman collapse. America First adds, they disposed of... Oh, no, I read that. America First also said, Bryce, the definition of invasion equals when other people migrate and instead of adapting to country they migrated to, they force their culture, religion, ideology, and others. That's what the Muslims are doing. Yeah, and I feel like if you're too friendly to them, welcoming them in the U.S., they're going to do that same shit here. Would they not? I mean, that's no offense to the Muslims. I'm just saying, like, they are very, like, you know, they force their culture and their religion a lot. America First. Just look at Minnesota, soon New York. They have a mayor now. No, I get that. We got to be careful because they are pushing that shit, and we're a Christian nation. But here they are, right? Getting into politics. There was another chat too. Unbroken said you have 50 possible Muslims running in the midterm. So this is all to Eric's point. Eric, it looks like you're right, homie. It looks like everybody agrees with you, homie. We got to be careful of the Muslims. And Bryce is being way too friendly, saying they're his brothers and shit like that. He loves them. Again, I know there might be some Muslim people in the chat. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. But we got to talk about it as a whole right now. We do. I'm not talking about any individuals, but I'm talking about everything that's been dropped in the chat. 50 potential people running. The mayor of New York is about to get put in office, right? He's Muslim. I guess Minnesota already been overthrown. Tom D. There's some truth to what Eric said. A lot of people from the third world nations just can't adapt to Western society. I mean, I see it. I see that shit too. I noticed that. America First, okay, so Unbroken goes, but they could be if the two missiles from the downsided Russian submarine 6 months before. Actually, I don't even know the backstory of that, so I'm not going to read it. Tom Berry, our entire Navy can't catch a 10-foot fishing boat? Fucking really? It's an excuse for regime. It's an excuse for regime change to get to that oil in Venezuela. Okay. Chris Mystic, I undercooked pork chops and I'm shitting a storm. Creamy as fuck. Homie, you gotta cook your meat properly. You have to fucking cook your meat properly. I got it, Chris Mystic. I got it. You haven't mentioned my diarrhea yet. Ridiculous. I mentioned it. Shit, I ain't above it. Keep dropping jokes. I'll read them. America First. Their goal, globalists, is to have our military spread out equals we will be weak here to protect an invasion. Crazy, man. I see this shit coming low key. I hear what you guys are saying. Eric, Minnesota, Michigan, soon New York. Shit, that guy's gonna go in office at the beginning of 2026. He already been elected. He's gonna be in office at the beginning of 2026. At least at the end of January, if not at the beginning of January. Chris Mistek, thank you. Shout out to Chris. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, Chris. Tom D. It's funny you say Minnesota. I spent a part of my life in Colombia, but now I live in Minnesota, and there are Somali Muslims who just got kicked out of the country for scamming the tax payers. Got you. Chris Mystic, I came here for the Joanna thing. What'd you think about it? I mean, I thought it was wild. I said, Chris Steck, if you want to know my opinion real quick, if it was me, I'm not hating on Jamahal for what he said. He from the hood, shit different. Where he from? You feel me? But me, I wouldn't go that route. If my girlfriend was there with the exact same situation, I would just de-escalate it. I would remove ourselves from the situation. I'd probably try to calm down you wanted to and clear the air on whatever happened and find some peace. That's what I would do. I wouldn't escalate it and be like, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. You feel me? So that's just me. That's just me. But like I said, Jamahal from the hood, it's a little bit different, bro. It's a little bit different. In the hood, they do shit like that. That's kind of how they handle it, based off what I've seen. Louis says, those Muslim guys were horrible pilots. They couldn't fly the little training planes. Without help from the training pilot, they couldn't fly those planes. Okay. You're talking about those 9/11 planes. Unbroken dropping a link in the chat. We'll get to that. I'll scroll up later. Saxby goes, what boys have you seen Fuentes with? Pierce? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Gargoyle, Chris, Mystek, same. Oh, too good. Saxby, the Somalia came, was promised Minnesota 3,000 years ago. Memes are so funny. Yeah, so I think Saxby is Muslim based off what I've seen in the chats over the last few weeks. So if anybody wants to speak to Saxby in the chat, feel free. But Saxby mostly going to be disagreeing with you boys. Tom D, ha ha ha, Minnesota was promised to Somalia 3,000 years ago. Shit, you boys debate that in the chat. You boys debate that in the chat. I'm going to resume the video. Oh, Chris Mystek, I'm from Chicago. Everyone hates him here. LOL, he gets no love. Jamahal Hill. Shit, when I first turned on the stream, they were like, I'm from Michigan, Jamal's hometown. And they're like, we don't claim his ass. So shit, Jamal fucked when it comes to the fans. Unbroken, yeah, they got scamming billions through some autism programs and other federal programs. Tom Berry thinking he's going to tax the rich when he's only able to increase their taxes 6 cents. Okay, we're getting in the weeds now. I'm going to continue. Have you seen the Nick Fuentes interview with Piers Morgan? Maybe I watched a little bit of it, but nothing crazy. We're going to continue. Sorry for the interruption.
In the most unethical way you can imagine. They literally drowned going to the bottom of the freezing ocean. Can you imagine? Sitting there clinging on a damaged vessel. Probably waving your hands like, hey, I surrender, and then clicking the button, and one more missile comes at you. Boom, finishes off your vessel, and you begin to submerge in ice cold water, and it goes dark. That's how these guys died. Because our leader wants to lie and say that they had drugs on them. They didn't have drugs, and they didn't have the fuel to get to America. They don't even have the vessels capable of getting here. Why did we kill these innocent people? Because there needed to be deaths, innocent deaths, in order for this war to be justified. That's why. I'm not with Donald Trump. I'm not with any of these people that want to blame Venezuela or kill Venezuelans. I love Venezuelans. I love everybody in South America. And for those Americans that don't know what's going on, I think that Donald Trump has been hired by Israel to destroy this nation, to lead us into a war that we cannot win. Oh, why would you think that Donald Trump has more loyalty to Israel than America? That picture says it all. That's how I know that this man is not fit to lead our armies. He hates
that and the picture of Trump and Epstein. And he says the word hired, but I mean, I think Trump's just being blackmailed. Trump has no choice. Trump's getting blackmailed because he in the Epstein files. That's just my belief. All right? That ain't a fact. That's just my belief. But, I mean, he was hired through blackmail, if that makes sense. He was hired through blackmail. Like I said, I feel like Trump's been promised, a seat at the table in Natan Levy's part of the country once our country possibly goes to fucking shit, thanks to him in the first place. But why did he do it in the first place? Because he doesn't want it to get out that he may have had relations with underage kids on a certain island. You feel me? These guys are willing to go to great depths to prevent people from finding out that they had relations with underage kids. What are the great depths? Shit, destroying the fucking U.S. If all this is true, boys, this is crazy. If all that is true, this is crazy.
This country. He kisses that wall and pledges his allegiance to those cowards and rat bastards, and he's going to send all of these Americans to Venezuela to get slaughtered. That's right. Who's going to slaughter them? It ain't going to be Venezuela. It's going to be Russia and China. The new superpowers. The days where America goes around the world policing people and acting like they're the good guys, those days are done, dude. They're done. We're about to get our ass whooped in Venezuela. Our leader done set us up. They funneled all of our ships into the Gulf of Mexico. They're going to supposedly attack Venezuela. Let me tell you what's really going to happen. China has already sent a minimum of 4 battleships. There's going to be... Let's look at the geography here, okay? There's Venezuela, south of Florida, 1,400 miles south. Our ships are going to come in from the Gulf of Mexico. And I'm just telling you, China and Russia are going to send their ships all on that eastern front, right over there on that eastern side. There's going to be nowhere to run to. So when American ships want to run and retreat, they have to go back to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, that's when the Chinese and the Russians are just going to close in on us and finish us off. This is a setup. We're about to be obliterated. We only have like 11 aircraft carriers, dude. When they take out like 6 of them, we're done. We're done. And they could take out all of them in one day because our aircraft carriers are spread so thin. We got some in the Middle East. We got some in Venezuela. We got some in Japan. I'm just telling you, the enemy knows where every single boat is. Look at this dot. This is all the overseas military bases that the U.S. is running right now. I'm just telling you what each one of these dots represents. Hundreds of Americans dead overnight. As soon as World War III starts, they have no supply lines. They're strung out all over the world. Well, guess what happens to those troops in the middle of China? They're dead. They're dead. Guess what happens to these troops in Africa, in the Middle East? Look at all those troops near Saudi Arabia. Guess what happens when World War III starts? These troops are dead overnight. They're ambushed. It's going to be like a thief in the night, brother. These people are coming to destroy us. And so the official explanation for why we're literally starting this war with Russia, China, and Venezuela, Iran's going to jump in, all that bullshit. Why we're starting this war is apparently because of drugs. So we couldn't go to LA, downtown, and get the drug dealers. We couldn't go to Portland and get the drug dealers. We're going to go right to Venezuela, who doesn't even produce fentanyl, and start killing them randomly. No, this ain't about drugs, because if this was about drugs, Trump wouldn't have pardoned Juan Orlando Hernandez. If y'all don't know about this guy, he's a real gangbanger. He's a real scumbag. He's a real drug lord. And he's great friends with Donald Trump. And if Donald Trump had such a problem with drug dealers, this is the guy he'd be going after. Okay, not 12 innocent fishermen in Venezuela. This guy right here totally moved 500 tons of cocaine to America. That's right, 500 tons of cocaine this guy puts into America. That's what he got caught with. There ain't no telling what he really moved to America. We're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars that is funneled to drug trafficking, child trafficking networks through people like this. Okay? And Donald Trump literally pardoned him. He was sentenced to federal prison for 45 years. Donald Trump said, nah, come on out. We're going to, what's the word when you release a fool back into society? What's the word for that? We're going to reincorporate you, or there's a word for it. But anyways, it's like worse than taking somebody out of the loony bin. It just putting them, making them a school bus driver. It's like, what are you doing, Donald? This guy is a known drug trafficker, and all drug traffickers also traffic children. Oh, that explains it. Donald Trump, he cares more about that wall than he cares about your freedoms. He doesn't care about keeping you safe. If Donald Trump cared about keeping you safe, he'd lock up people like Juan. Okay, I'm just telling you, Donald Trump hates you. He hates this country. And he's been hired by Netanyahu, I personally believe, to destroy us. Okay, and let's try to break this down. Donald Trump wants to kill innocent people in Venezuela for trafficking drugs that they didn't even catch with drugs. But then he goes and lets a known drug dealer out of prison. Guys, it's not supposed to make any sense. The stuff
that literally makes zero fucking sense, though. How are you going to kill Venezuelans on a boat because they got fent on their boat, right? So their lives deserve to be dead, right? They deserve to die, 12 of them. But then a guy who traffics, 500,000 whatever pounds of whatever drug he trafficked into the US, he gets pardoned and reintegrated into society. That makes zero sense. I mean, if those 12 guys got killed for a little boatload of fent, right? What about 500,000 fucking pounds of whatever he fucking trafficked in? That sounds way worse. He should have got the fucking death penalty or some shit like that. The fucking electric chair. It doesn't make sense, Bryce. Thanks for fucking pointing that out. What up, Dylan? Good to see you in the chat, Dylan. Tom saying, I think the geographic location of the U.S. is impenetrable in the form of peer-to-peer combat. Yeah, but Tom, don't you think that, like, we probably won't run peer-to-peer combat anymore? Like, that's a thing of the past? That's what it seems like a little bit. Venezuela and Mexico are just transit points. Unbroken says, yes, I agree. Invading the U.S. is hard. Shit. Boys, you should drop some of your, where the fuck do you guys get your information? Because, like, obviously you can't rely on the TV to get that shit. Like, Fox News fucking lying to me. So, drop some, like, links to where I can get some information in the chat. Like, non-biased information. Like, what the fuck you guys be watching or reading to be this fucking educated? Because I'm inspired to be fucking educated now. I'm inspired. You boys are way above my fucking intelligence level on this. And I'm inspired to be fucking educated. Like, I would watch a 2-hour podcast before bed tonight when the stream ends if you guys drop something in. But give me something. Please, give me something so I can learn more. Because I want to have my own opinions and my own views of this shit, but it's just fucking tough to learn about all this. NPR, okay, Dylan, I know NPR. But even something like... Anyone got anything else for me? Because I listen to NPR. But sometimes they don't always fucking, you know, speak on what I'm interested in learning about. So anybody really cover the shit that Bryce is talking about? You feel me? If anybody really covers this shit, drop like a YouTube channel or like a, I don't know, a news site. Something where I can get this information. Because I would love to be more educated like you boys in the chat right now. Genuinely speaking. Oh shit, Unbroken. So Sandy Mandela talks about all this stuff that we're kind of covering right now? Unbroken goes, what's also interesting, maps are changing as we speak. For example, Sandy Mandela is covering how islands near Italy are popping up and closer to mainlands. What the hell? What could that even mean? Chris Mystic, I use Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan not bad. Joe Rogan not bad. Joe Rogan not bad. But he also a fucking idiot half the time too. You feel me? Unbroken, NPR is kind of shit. Yeah, I listen to NPR, but sometimes it's just not giving me the info I want to listen to. It's crazy when you find out the majority of these issues are related to Natan Levy's part of the country. Facts, though. Okay, AD Kid, the most non-biased independent news are from the Gray Zone, Max Blumenthal, Glenn Greenwald, Sabby Sabs, all have independent shows. Okay. All right. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to scroll back in the chat later, and I'm going to look for these. Deagle 2. America First. Listen to Alex Jones. Okay, okay. All right. I haven't been listening to Alex Jones for a long-ass time, but you guys are right. You guys are right. I should definitely go tap in with Alex Jones. Real life lore. Is that a channel, Dylan, or are you just dropping that in? Redacted is another good channel. Independent news. They used to work for CNN and couldn't lie to people anymore. Okay, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I got a lot of good stuff I can go look into now. Chris Mystic has a question that I don't have an answer to, but he goes, random question, is anyone ever worried about autonomous warfare? I feel like those maps are that, LOL. Or those UAPs are that, LOL. No, I'm scared of them wiping out our fucking Wi-Fi grids and our electricity. That's the new type of warfare, right? Wiping out our Wi-Fi grids and our electricity, and then we're fucked completely. Because everything runs off fucking internet. It'd become an apocalypse, bro, if we had no electricity and no Wi-Fi for like a week. Shit would become an apocalypse. Our gargoyle dropping Rand Institute. Hopefully that's a source he's dropping. Oh, Dylan says real life lore is a channel. Okay, thank you, thank you. I will peep that as well, Dylan. Thanks to everybody who dropped that in the chat, by the way. I appreciate it. Unbroken, yes, I like Max and Gray Zone most of the time. Okay, all right, so you boys are on the same tip. AD Kid says Jacob. AD Kid. AD Kid, you want to tell me something? Chris Mystic, yeah, I'm 31 and I'd know how to do nothing. Me too, bro. Me too. Me too, bro. I'd be fucked. Think about it. Everything I'm doing right now revolves internet. If the internet got wiped out, shit, I'm literally fucked. I'm gonna go have to fucking rob someone, okay? Let's hope that the internet doesn't get wiped out, because if it does, I'm robbing someone, okay? I'm robbing the nearest person to me. I got to. I got no other option. I'm slightly trolling. Slightly. But if I have to, I fucking would. FPS Nuka, just seen the Hill shit. He's in the right. Okay, FPS Nuka. We had a poll on that earlier. It was a pretty close poll. It was a 50-50. A lot of people, you know, they're on both sides of it. I kind of said Jamahal Hill's from the hood. That's how they handle shit over there in the hood. You feel me? Shout out to whoever mentioned that to me in the chat, because I pretty much agree with you on that. I'm using your take. LOL, it would be martial law. I swear, facts though. Straight up. Straight up, bro. Straight up, I'm robbing the nearest fucking person next to me. The fucking weakest person next to me, I'm robbing him. Unbroken, Russia, maybe China are the only ones with hypersonic at the moment. Okay. But shit, Russia and China, Unbroken, those are the new world leaders. We're fucked. Unbroken? We're fucked. Tom Berry, electric magnetic pulse weapons. Yes, that's what I'm kind of referring to. Saxby, if it would become an apocalypse because of Wi-Fi and electricity, imagine living in Gaza. No, I know, Saxby. I know. I got you, homie. I'm picking up what you're putting down there. And look at Gaza now. Look at it. It's a fucking disaster, bro. But shit, I think Gaza has Wi-Fi or something, because how they be posting? How they be posting in Gaza without Wi-Fi? Kind of interesting, right? I know buildings and everything's been taken down, but I'm just kind of curious, like, how the fuck they still be posting out there? They got like, what's it called? Starlink? AD, sorry, meant to include Dude Dissidents in another good show. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go back and look through this later. I'm gonna check them all out later. Chris Mystic, what if the only person you saw was Hill in the street? Shit, I'm finding an easier victim, Chris. I'm finding an easier victim, homie. If the Wi-Fi went out, yeah, I feel you. I'm finding an easier victim. I can't really take out Jamahal Hill, you feel me? But maybe like me and 3 of my friends could. But shit, I gotta see some blue faces sticking out of Jamahal Hill's pocket to rob him. If he got some blue faces sticking out of his pocket, me and my 3 homies were jumping him and taking all the money. If the Wi-Fi grids are fucking, you know, taken out. Unbroken, I would say we are about 3 to 5 years away from a true EMP. Solar flares and geomagnetic storms are a big threat right now. Don't we have one coming up? Don't we have another geomagnetic storm about to hit soon, Unbroken? I think you told me that the other day. Chris Mystic, Starlink Plus. They gotta have some Starlink out there in fucking Gaza. Everybody stock up on Starlink, bro, because if fucking our Wi-Fi grids go down, the only thing saving us is Starlink, bro. I'm gonna go get one. America first. Don't be fooled, boys. We still have advanced technology, at least 50 years ahead of other nations. Russia has supersonic missiles, but we have lasers and beyond. Why do you think Russia and China haven't? I see. Unbroken. Elon gave him Starlink. Got you. I figured it was Starlink. Look up Russia's Poseidon torpedo. Eric, can't say a damn thing on this chat. I quit on this topic. Damn, Eric, what the fuck? Eric, I did give you shine though. I did give you shine. If you drop it in the if you got something you want to say, Eric, drop it in the Discord. Tell me and I'll read it. I actually got the Discord pulled up right now. Eric. If you drop something in there, I'll read it. If you got something you want to say that's important, I got you, homie. I'm not finna ignore you. Kwong saying something I don't understand, but shout out to Kwong. I'm glad to see you in the chat. Do you happen to be Burmese, Kwong? Are you one of the Burmese fans that subscribed on Saturday? If you are, I love you. I'm about to sell my soul to fucking the Burmese fans. How practical are lasers in actual combat? I did see them used as anti-missile systems a while ago in testing footage. Hey, wait, I was going to say to Unbroken real quick. Unbroken, I think Bryce Mitchell is going to disagree with you. Bryce Mitchell is about to say that China and Russia are more advanced with their weaponry, and we don't stand a chance against them. So I'd like to hear your response when Bryce Mitchell brings that up. What's the Discord, bruh? Okay, let me drop that in here. 1 second. Everybody join the Discord. That's what it's here for. Okay, like I said, I ain't selling you guys shit. I'm telling you to join the Discord because I think it would help. So, you know, not enough people joining the fucking Discord. Everybody should be joining that shit. I'm pulling it up right now, so give me a second. Here's the Discord. I'm finna pin it in the chat, okay? So it's at the top of the chat. It's not going anywhere. Chris Mistek, you just found your favorite YouTube channel, homie, so you better fucking subscribe, alright? Chris Mistek, I always watch the fights and shit. Oh, were you in the chat on Saturday, Chris, or no? Are you new? Either way, Chris, if you don't know, I'm streaming every day. Every day, all the fight nights, so shit. AD says, Jacob, I said no other nations trying to harm the U.S., the only country influenced. I got you, AD kid. Wait, I wanted to pull up a link that somebody told me to look up. Who was it? Oh, Tom Berry, look up Russia's Poseidon torpedo. Okay, it's a only quickly, because I don't want to distract you guys from this video with Bryce. I don't want to get too off topic. Russia's Poseidon torpedo. The Poseidon, previously known by Russian codename Status 6, is an autonomous nuclear-powered unmanned underwater vehicle reportedly in production by Rubin Design Bureau, capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear warheads. The Poseidon is one of the 6 new Russian nuclear weapons announced by Russian President Vladimir Putin on March 1st, 2018. Damn. We better have technology to fucking combat that. We've had fucking 7 years to do so if it got announced in 2018. We better have something to combat that shit. Thanks for the shout, Tom Barry. I looked it up for you, homie. Okay, let me read Eric's comment and then I'll resume the video. Eric said, I was just going to say that Max Blumenthal's father, Sidney Blumenthal, is heavily involved with the Clintons. I personally don't trust him. Okay. If anyone got an opinion on that, I'm going to read it one more time. Eric says, Max Blumenthal's father, Sidney Blumenthal, is heavily involved with the Clintons. I personally don't trust him. Enlighten me, boys. Enlighten me. Enlighten me. All right, I got you, Eric. Whatever you want to say, drop it in the Discord. I'll get to it. The Russian Tsar bomb was the largest ever tested. It dwarfs Hiroshima by a lot. Damn. Unbroken, I gave you a short link so you can see it. All right. All right, boys. I'm a man of the fucking people. You got me. You got me. I have a hard time telling you boys no. So here it is. And then we're getting back to the video. We got to get back to
Russia has begun mass production of the Oreshnik hypersonic missile, Russia's newest long-range strike weapon. Mass-produced in 2025, it can hit targets 5,500 kilometers away. At speeds up to Mach 10, its 1.5-ton warhead rides a maneuverable re-entry vehicle designed to evade missile defense systems like THAAD and Aegis. The Oreshnik is derived from the RS-26 Rubezh ICBM platform, now deployed in Belarus. putting NATO's eastern flank in range. Fast, precise, and nearly impossible to intercept. It changes the strategic equation in Europe. Russia has begun mass...
Wow. Well, I hope we have technology to combat this shit, bro. We are the world leader. We better have something to combat this shit. Russia cannot be ahead of us, bro. But anyway, Bryce is going to get into it right now. Okay? Okay, so AD Kid... fucking A, you guys got me going. AD Kid, Max Blumenthal is a real independent journalist. Anyone speaking ill on him hasn't done their homework on the man. So shit, looks like we might have a debate. Looks like we might have a debate. Okay? But shit. If you compromised, you compromised. And if he was heavily involved with the Clintons, he fucking compromised. Okay? We are Bryce Mitchell. Shout out to Soda Pop. Soda Pop just popping in for the non-MMA related shit. Shout out to Soda Pop. It's about to get really juicy, Soda Pop, so actually you came in at the right time. And I'm trying to fucking get it started, but all the boys keep fucking dropping comments that I keep reading. That's what I would say, AD. If this Blumenthal guy is heavily involved with the Clintons, then I don't trust him either. I don't trust him either. Eric says, one thing I've learned over time is that there's no such thing as an independent journalist. Besides me, Eric. Besides me, I'm the only one. I'm the only one, Eric. I'm the only one, but shit, I'm kind of stupid when it comes to all this stuff. I'm only smart with MMA. But I'm the only independent out there. Shit. Okay. Like, I ain't bought and paid for. I ain't bought and paid for shit. Nobody paying my motherfucking bills. Bryce is good guy. He tell a lot of truth, but then he says some crazy dumb shit. No, I get it. I get it. I completely get it. Completely get it, Saxby. Completely get it. Okay. Last one. I swear to God it's the last one, but keep dropping them. I like that you guys are dropping them, but I'm going to stop reading for a little bit. But this is the last one I'm going to read. It says nearly impossible to stop. We have lasers that can stop that shit. What might doom us is our inventory. This is why Trump wanted to test nuclear weapons. Don't be fooled the minute he said it. Okay. All right. Continuing. The best part of the podcast is pretty much happening now. The last 15 minutes of this podcast is like pure gold. A pure rant. Miata Boy, Perry Punch sponsored by BlackRock. Shout out to BlackRock. Shit, you guys want to know the truth? I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I got some investments. And my guy told me that he's invested my money in BlackRock. I'm not even capping. I have investments, and my fucking financial advisor, he called me and he's like, we're going to put your money in BlackRock. And it was before I knew anything, and I'm like, all right. I was like, all right. I'm keeping it a buck. Don't look down on me for that shit, all right? Look down on my financial advisor, not me. Chris Mystic, anyone hear the new Charlie Kirk song? It's Billboard #1. Chris Mystic, that's why you should have been in this stream, and that's why you need to subscribe, because we already watched that music video. We already listened to the song. We already listened to the song on stream, homie. Okay, we're continuing now.
Going on is supposed to confuse us because that's what they want. They want us all dumb and confused while this nation around us slowly collapses. Well, guess what, guys? I see.
For new viewers who are just joining, I'm going to tell you what Bryce was just talking about. What Bryce is talking about here is how we killed those people in Venezuela who were on the boat smuggling fentanyl to the U.S. We killed them, but then Trump pardoned some dude who smuggled 500,000 pounds of fucking cocaine or something into the U.S. He pardoned him. So if you pardon that dude, why the fuck did you find it necessary to kill 12 fucking Venezuelans? That's what he's saying is designed not to make sense, and then he's probably going to move into his next topic. So we'll continue. Miata Boy, Jacob the Jew Castro. I knew you were going to fucking hate that, Miata Boy. But shit, I got no control over my financial advisor. I'm just trying to get some fucking bread up. We need a Bryce Mitchell song. Bryce already has rap songs, but we are Bryce song. Facts, Soda Pop. Facts. Maybe we can get some AI to make that shit for Bryce. That should be his intro. We are Bryce Mitchell.
see what's going on, and I'm going to call it for what it is. And if the nation collapses, that's fine. I'm not pulling no punches. There's going to be people that tell you we're going to war with Venezuela for oil, and we're going to get this oil, and it's going to boost our economy. First off, we're not going to get the oil. It's not going to get the boost in the economy that you bloodthirsty fools are wanting. And if you really think that genociding people is worth cheaper oil, you're a piece of shit. And I'm not fighting with you. I'm not. I hope you march to your death, you ignorant cowards. You can't do business with these people and strike up a fair deal for their oil. Hell, we got oil in the United States. Why do we have to go to war with these people for oil? Here's another interesting factor. This is what I really think it's about. I really think that there is no FDIC banks in Venezuela. If you'll notice in America, every single bank you go to is FDIC. It's all centralized. It's all Rothschilds owned by Israel. And I'm just telling you, every single bank in America is FDIC, owned by Rothschilds, corporatized. They're trying to put their FDIC banks down there in Venezuela. That's what it's all about. What I really think the cause of this war is much more sinister. I don't think it's over oil. I sure as hell don't think it's over drugs. I think it is a planned collapse. I think that this is the last war that we can take, and that this is the last thing we see before our country gets invaded. We've done invaded Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Korea, Vietnam, now Venezuela. I'm just telling you, I think that this war is designed to actually put the final nail in the coffin for the American military. I think they're going to ambush our ships. I think that there's going to be amphibious landings in America from China and Russia and Venezuela. Well, hell, Venezuela's just going to walk up. I don't know who told y'all that we can go around the world and fight Russia and China and win that war off of our home turf, but they lied to you. I'm just telling you right now, the new superpower is Russia and China. Okay? They have more GDP. They have more ammo. They have more oil, and they have 100+ times more people, because all the people in America, they turn their back from Jesus Christ. They stop staying husband and wife to become one and making babies. So now we have a generation of people that never had babies, lived a life without God. You know, half of our country is fat and gay. Who do you think's going to do our fighting for us, dude? We are dwindled down to...
Half of our country is fat and gay is crazy, but somewhat accurate. It may not be half, but shit, those numbers have spiked like crazy, bro. Those numbers have spiked like crazy. And the whole LGBTQ stuff, it's kind of by design, if you ask me. I mean, shit, people being fat is by design too. They fucking poison our food. We already been down that route on the stream too. You guys already know that they fucking poison us. And shit, they make the same cereals in Europe without all the bad ingredients that they fucking give us here. No wonder everybody fat and gay. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody.
Very few actual fighters left in this country. I'm telling you, our finest soldiers died in Iraq, Afghanistan. Now they're going to die in Venezuela. Oh, but it's going to be for your freedom. No, let me tell you what's going to happen. Our country is going to be so economically, morally, and spiritually defeated from these wars that we can't afford anymore, that we're going to be an easy target for somebody to invade. And you think, oh no, our military superpower, that's going to stop the invaders. Guess what, brother? It ain't 1945. Russia and China's got the same technology we have. Donald Trump's selling our jets to Saudi Arabia. I'm just telling you right now, we do not have the military superiority. Our allies are being ravaged and destroyed. We have no allies. And now we're making more enemies. Do you understand that Venezuela is connected to the United States? It's contiguous. This ain't a war in the Middle East. We're starting a war with people that have guns and ammo more than we have. That's right. China has more guns and ammo than us, brother. All they got to do is snap their fingers and their factories shit them out. Okay? They're better than us at GDP. They're better than us at economics because their policies encourage more freedom than ours. Their government's not as restrictive as ours. So the governments in China let their people live free and produce things like guns and ammunition and oil refineries. Okay, we're going up against the new superpowers, and there's going to be amphibious landings from Russia and China in America if they so choose. And Venezuela, well, hell, they're just going to walk up and start shooting people. You think these people in Venezuela are incapable of defending themselves? Do you know who they neighbor to? They neighbor Brazilians. Brazilians are amongst the most savage warriors that ever existed as far as I'm concerned. You ever fist fought a Brazilian? Yeah, you're going to remember it, okay? They fight so hard. They are all full of fighting spirit. I've never met a weak Brazilian. And we're going to go down there and genocide their neighbors. And you don't think they're going to march up through Mexico and start killing us? Guys, we're about to get obliterated. We're about to get set up. I'm trying to warn this country because I love this country and I don't want to see us dead. And we don't have to die. If we stay out of these wars, the world won't hate us. But I'm afraid that Donald Trump has been hired by the Zionists to make the
America first. Yeah, when he said he lets Chinese people live free, the government, I was lost there too. I was like, what are you talking about? I hear it's like super fucking controlled over there. But maybe he's talking about the manufacturing of weapons. Is there some loophole to where like we can't really manufacture weapons here? Maybe he just misspoke. I think what he was trying to maybe say is that China is allowed to manufacture weapons. That's what he means by saying their citizens are like free. You feel me? But I think he misspoke. Are we not allowed to manufacture weapons? What the fuck? Shout out to Du Bronx. Yeah, shout out to Du Bronx. Brazilians are tough. Brazilians are definitely fucking tough. Now, are they going to march up through Mexico? I don't know about that. But they might go and attack and help out Venezuela. If we go invade Venezuela, they might go help them out over there. But I don't think Brazilians are going to fucking come up through Mexico and attack us. That's a bit far-fetched. Just off of my, uneducated fucking take. And the other thing I want to say is he's saying, these other places have more weapons and more ammo than us and even more soldiers, right? But do we have the more advanced machinery or no? Anyone know that definitively? Like, do we have the more advanced machinery? Because he didn't say those superpowers like China and Russia have more advanced machinery. He said they have more weapons, more soldiers. But shit, this new type of warfare in World War III, it ain't gonna be weapons and soldiers. It's gonna be this fucking advanced technology crazy bullshit. And I don't know, at least I hope that we have the more advanced technology. But America First goes, just to read your full comment, America First, you said China won't allow any nuclear bombs to be dropped in their farmland here in America. True. Bryce lost me when he said China lets their people live free. I got you. Saxby, bro, America does what they want to South America. USA bullies them all the time. They can't do shit. Okay, Saxby, I got you. America fucks up people in South America all the time. No one does shit. I got you, Saxby. I got you. Chris Mistek, I'm here for the long haul tonight. I'm a rip a double shot and smoke the devil's lettuce. Shout out to Chris Mistek. Shout out to Chris Mistek. I'm glad you're here for the long haul.
World hate us and initiate the Third World War where America...
Unbroken, yes. Bryce has a kid. Bryce has a kid, yeah.
Gets destroyed. Not going to happen on my watch, though. Not while I'm running this podcast. I'm going to tell you what happens before it happens so we have a chance to defend ourselves. It makes me sick what's going on with our military. And by the way, I love our military, everything they've done. It starts with people like George Washington. All these figures of Sam Adams, Thomas Jefferson, all these people who fought valiantly to defend our nation. And now they've made a mockery of it with people like Rachel Levine. There's a gentleman here that's got his leg blown off serving the United States Navy, I believe. A true hero. A true hero. This is what American heroism looks like. Somebody that is willing to give it all for this country. Yet, this brave hero is outranked by this demon. Apparently, in our military, getting your leg blown off like...
Isn't this a transmission? This is a fucking transmission, right? Like a man to a woman or a woman to a man? This is a fucking transmission right here. In case you guys missed that, this is a fucking transmission. I'm in Mechanicsville looking for a transmission. Shout out Lil Woody. But you guys probably don't get that reference. Maybe you do. If you do, shout out to you.
This demon, apparently in our military, getting your leg blown off like Mr. Carl here, that means absolutely nothing to our government, you know. What really means something is if you chop your wiener off. If you chop your wiener off like old Rachel did here, they're just going to promote you right to general. That's what a demon looks like in the flesh, okay? So our military has been made a mockery of because they've desecrated our flag with homosexuality, pervertedness, and
Admiral Trans is insane. Admiral Trans is fucking insane. Shout out to Louis. Shout out to Louis. I'm fucking dying laughing at you guys reading the trans fucking comments. Oh my god. Admiral Trans just sent me off my rocker. Oh my goodness. I just got to regather. All right, I'm back. Admiral Trans is so fucking funny. Shout out Admiral Trans. Unbroken. Can't wait till Bryce's kid comes out as a transformer. Oh my gosh. Hey, prayers up for Bryce's kid. I hope not. Hey, Unbroken. His kid is homeschooled. So I think he's trying to prevent that shit from happening. You know the odds go way up if your kid's in the public school system now.
True wickedness, true evil. And I say that with all respect to anybody who has ever served this country. We got to summon up the Holy Spirit in this nation. We got to turn to Jesus Christ. We got to really fight together. We got to set aside our differences and realize that this country is the freest country that's ever existed on this planet. And it's going to burn if we don't unite and fight this totalitarian government. If our country doesn't collapse from a war, we're going to develop into a technocratic slavery. Those are your options. Revert and restart our society and our monetary banking system, or keep developing into this technocratic slavery, which everybody has a mark in their hand or their forehead, and the government sees everything you do. There's cameras everywhere. There's drones everywhere. And those seem to be the only two options, is a complete failure and a restart or a technocratic slavery. And to be honest with you, I would rather this country collapse. I would honestly rather this country collapse than these pedophiles in office who literally rape our kids at Epstein's Islands, steal our tax dollars, which I literally fight tooth and nail for. What little money we make, these people take more than half of it. More than half of it. I think the government takes about 70%, 80%, 90% of our income. I'll go over that another day about how they're taxing you and you don't even know it. But what I'm telling you is it's a fact that our government's stealing all of our money and they're raping our kids. When I gave my life to Christ, I fully committed to Christ. My former identity is gone and dead, and the new Bryce Mitchell is born. And let me tell you something. I love the red, white, and blue. I love the history of the red, white, and blue. But as soon as the red, white, and blue starts molesting children, covering it up, stealing our money, lying about it, and starting wars and killing innocent people, I'm not very fond of the red, white, and blue. Let me tell you something. I have zero hope in this country, okay, just based off what I've seen with my eyes in my lifetime. My hope is with Jesus Christ. That is the only thing capable of saving this country. We are so far gone. It's like a boat that's filled up with water. It's about to sink. And yeah, we've sunk a little bit. We're about to drop all the way down and be submerged in the water and never come back up, okay? And the boat's going down. We can't pump the water out. And I'm just telling you, if you want to stay on the ship, you're going to go down with it. I'm on the ship of Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, Alpha and Omega, creator of heaven and earth, ruler of everything. And I promise you, that's the best ship to be on. And Jesus don't care what country you're from. He don't care what skin color you are. I'm just telling you right now, Jesus Christ loves you. And if you jump on the ship of Jesus Christ, you're going to go to the shores of paradise with me. And I hope that all of y'all do. I hope you're not buying into this propaganda from the red, white, and blue. It's garbage. And real Americans and real Christians, despise what's going on in this nation. For example, if George Washington saw this country in its decimated state, oh, dude, he'd be ashamed. He'd say, that ain't the flag I fought for. Don't y'all feel like that? Am I the only one who feels like this country is just rotten? At least from the top down it is. I'm not saying that the individuals, are blue-collar laborers are evil. I'm talking about our government, guys. It's so evil and it's so rampant. I've really lost hope in our ability to fix it without violence. I've lost hope in our governing abilities. I think we're going to have to fight for our freedoms. It starts by talking about things that's going on, just what I'm doing right here. Okay, if we don't talk about this stuff, I promise you it's not going to get fixed. It's going to get worse. At least if I take a stand on this podcast, it's going to delay their movements, because there's millions of people right here listening to me that completely agree with me. And if we all let the government know we're not scared of them and we're going to broadcast what they're doing for the world to know, it's going to slow them down. And yeah, they can act like they're not paying attention to this podcast and I'm just a nobody. But y'all know that's bullshit, because what happened on episode 1, the world responded to me on episode 1. And I know the world is listening right now. And I know I'm in the right. I'm on the side of God, Jesus Christ. And our country has been hijacked by treasonous fools. And that's my point. And yeah, it's disappointing, but I'm not giving up, because there's always hope in Jesus. Even though our nation might have failed us, there is hope in Jesus Christ. Hey, let me read a little bit of Revelation 18:3 just to show y'all this is America. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. We are drunk off of the wine of America. For example, look at Hollywood. Look at everything America produces. It's so fake and gay. And it's like the whole world is drunk off of what the Bible calls the wine of Babylon. And it's so evident that Americans are drunk off of the wine. They think Donald Trump is the savior. Some of these...
a lot of people, I got to say this, a lot of people are brainwashed by Trump. They support him, good or bad. They look at him as a god. I do agree with Bryce on that. There's some people out there who look at Trump like a fucking god, bro. He can do no wrong. It's crazy. I don't know where Trump brainwashed people along the way, but definitely there's a bunch of people who are low-key brainwashed by Trump. I mean, he's probably the closest thing to God in their minds. You know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of people who just like fucking, they love Trump. It's insane. To the point where they don't even like condemn him for the same shit Bryce is condemning him for, which we all are doing in the chat pretty much. And Chris Mystic, shout out. Jesus is king, homie. That's right. That's right. Shout out to Jesus. Shout out to Jesus Christ.
Some of these people worship Donald Trump, and they think he's the greatest leader that ever happened. Look at him, kissing the wall in the tiny hat. You think that's what an American leader looks like? You're so drunk off the wine because you don't have the Holy Spirit. Your eyes are not open to what is really going on. These are the days of deception. These are the days of revelation. By the way, revelation means to reveal. So to all people, the truth will be revealed. If you watch this podcast, it was revealed long ago. And I'm going to keep revealing it every single episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. God bless y'all. I love you. And don't back down. Stand your ground for Jesus Christ. He died on the cross for our sins. Don't be a coward in these last days. Die for his name. And I'll see you in heaven.
Shit. I never considered that, dying for his name, but Bryce fucking convincing me right now. I might have to die for Jesus. Shit. He died on the cross for me. And for all of us. All right. Let me see something here. Miata Boy, safe to say Bryce won't be at the White House event. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely safe to say, huh, Miata Boy? That couldn't be more safe to say. That's probably the most fucking safest thing you could say. 100,000%. Bryce ain't showing up to the White House event. 100,000%. Okay, here's a question I want to ask, though, before I keep reading more chats. is what's the solution to this, boys? What's the fucking solution? What needs to be done? Everybody woke in the chat, right? What needs to be done? What we got to do to save America? Do we have any suggestions? Because there's a lot of complaining, right? I won't even use the word complaining, but there's a lot of, exposing going on about the negative things that are happening. But what about solution-based? Because I'm a solution-based guy. Okay, I don't like to present problems without necessarily being able to present a solution. So genuinely, all the smart boys in the chat right now, do we have a solution? Does anyone have any solutions they want to recommend in simpleton terms for us and everybody to understand? I would love to read some chats out for some solutions. We all know what's going on, what's bad, right? The corruptness that's going on with the world leaders, with the American government. But can anything be done, or are we just like past that? We're just completely fucked. AD Kid says, Bryce makes some good points that the top is no good. AD said, Bryson said Alpha and Omega, dude going deep. Let me see. America first. Bryce can say Jesus and God all he wants, but in the end, God judges the heart of men. 1 Samuel 16:7. I got you. Well, shit, Bryce got a good heart now. He might be mistaken at sometimes, but he got a good heart. Louis, the problem, it was Trump or Kamala. No one else was a real choice. I mean, true. True. Unbroken, how did Jesus create heaven and earth? Bryce, makes no sense. Unbroken might not be a believer in God. I'm not exactly sure what he's saying there. That's all right. Everybody's entitled to what they want to believe. Saxby, no, they know Trump is corrupt, but they believe they can't do anything about it, and they love that Trump say racist shit to minorities that they hate, so it's a win-win. Oh, I see, Saxby. Okay. There's some truth there. There's some truth there. Bryce on point about the little hat. You have the LaRouche party, but they are so minuscule. Louis, Trump was okay the first few weeks, then the mask came off. Saxby, having Bryson, Islam, Makhachev, and Khamzat to say crazy shit would be hilarious at the UFC White House, would be. Miata Boy, this morning, Jacob was playing doctor with SD nuts and now saving the world. Shout out SD, surgically repaired ball sack. If you know, you know, but everybody should go tap in with that interview. I dropped it today. The hour-long interview with SD Dumas has been dropped. He responds to fight-fixing allegations, getting his nuts destroyed by Zach Reese, all kinds of good stuff. Response to Dylan Budka, fucking disses some, I don't even want to fucking use that to promote, never mind. But just know that Dylan Budka topic got fucking messy. Oh, being the blue face of the UFC, you got to go tap into that interview. Gargoyle says preserving capitalism would be a solution. Okay. Dylan, you can always isolate yourself from the world. Shit, but I want to know how we can fucking fix this shit so everybody can coexist happily. That's what I would like to know, Dylan. How do we fix America, bro? America's so fucked. It's been so fucked. How the fuck do we fix this shit? Honestly, I feel like we probably can fix it, though. Like, we probably can. I feel like the previous generation and generations, but mostly like up until the previous generation, they've been so fucking asleep, right? They didn't know shit. They've been letting this shit slide through. They even been voting for this shit. Like my parents and shit like that, right? But I believe us, this generation and the generations moving forward, bro, we gotta change this shit. We know it. We know what's going on. Why don't we change it? At least my parents, they don't even know what's going on. Like my mom and shit, like the stuff that we talk about in here, she turned a blind ear to it. She doesn't want to hear it. A lot of people from that generation don't want to hear it, but we do. We walk right into it. So I don't know. I feel like we can fix it. We just got to go more solution based. We identify the problems and then we try to figure out how to fix it. AD Kid says the solution was put in practice by Fred Hampton. 99% class needs to unite and have tangible demands for what is necessary. So you're talking about like we need to fucking revolt and have a revolution? All of us citizens need to team up and overthrow the government, so to speak, or what? Because we're like the 99%, right? The 1% is the American government. We definitely outnumber them by a fuck ton. Sorry, I'm getting caught up on chats, boys, so just, you got to bear with it. If I'm reading them late, don't get at me for that. I'm trying to read them all. Chris Mystic, it does feel as if we are a weak country, and it's kind of rotting from the inside out, or maybe it's just because I live in Chicago. Shit, Chris Mystic, yeah, Chicago. That's why they call it Chirac, right? But I do hear what you're saying, Chris, I don't think it's just Chicago. You know, I think it's a problem with the U.S. Larry, infiltration too far gone. The damage is done. Damn, Larry. Shit. Good to see you, Larry. Good to see you. I hope that we can fix it, though. That we can reverse some of the damage. I mean, it starts with getting Trump's dumbass out of office. And then getting some elected officials that aren't fucking compromised by Epstein. I mean, shit. That would be a start, right? Who knows if we could ever do that. We probably got to overthrow the whole government, though. All the citizens got to team up and fucking throw them out of there. Unbroken saying, did Jesus die on the cross? We have him and Mary in Galilee years later, allegedly. We have the Sinclair bloodline in the UK. I don't know, Unbroken. I don't know. America first. What needs to be done is to go back to what made America great. We went to school and said our Pledge of Allegiance. We respect parents, basically 10 Commandments. And honor that shit, huh? I mean, shit. I agree with you, America first, but I also feel like, man, the government is so fucked. We got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of them. And replace them with good people with good intentions. How do you do that shit? I have no clue. A revolution. Unbroken, a true third, fourth party that gets to be part of debates. Which is like basically us, right? We need to fucking become a party. We need to become a party. Saxby, Trump does not believe in Jesus. I know. I know, Saxby. America first. The problem with today's society is technology. Satan, Lucifer, is called the prince of the power of the air. Equals Wi-Fi. So that sounds like we got no solution, America first. If technology the problem, technology not going anywhere. God, a universal creator, and Jesus are two different things. All right, Unbroken. I got you. It's never too late to bring back the Austrian painter, LMAO JK. Not even sure who the Austrian painter is. Unbroken, both Republicans and Democrats will not legislate against dark money at the moment. Yeah, they love that dark money, bro. They're fucking compromised. He has hijacked everything that is good and uses it to mislead the population. Music was the chief leader to praise God. Now what does he do here? Music leads people to commit suicide and harm. 80 Kid Jacob on point. The previous generation were sleeping. Yeah, facts. Just bring this shit up to your parents and see what they say. They don't even want to fucking hear it. So hopefully we can make some change. But like, yeah. Ephesians 2:2, Satan, the father of the children of disobedience. Gargoyle, Western values and capitalism and stopping NATO agenda and foreign threats that got better at funding riots. So we got to push more Western values and capitalism and stop the NATO agenda. Okay, Gargoyle, I like it. And foreign threats that got better at funding riots. Okay, Gargoyle, I like it. I can understand that. We don't even push our Western values anymore. It's crazy. We just let people come here and do whatever they want. You can't do that shit in Russia and shit like that. Saxby, every politician that get money should go to jail, and every politician that does corruption should go to jail. It's simple. Facts, though. But they're all in the same fraternity, bro. They ain't gonna fucking prosecute each other. Half of the 99% can't agree on what defines a male and female. Isn't that crazy, Eric? Isn't that crazy, though? Shout out to all those fucking idiots out there who can't agree on what a male and a female is. Shout out to you fucking idiots. It ain't nobody in the chat, that's for damn sure. Stop putting Nathans into office, but that's just one step. From Louis. America First sellout politicians are the Trojan horse of every nation. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I haven't done a lot of homework on other nations, but I know all of our politicians are sellouts. Oh, Chris tried to join the Discord, but he thinks the link is messed up. All right, let me get it going again. I'll put it in right now. Copy the link. One second. Damn, what the hell? Just give me a minute here. Okay, I just dropped it in there again. It should be better now. I just pinned it to the top. I replaced the old one. That should be better. Saxby, the problem is the West is a liberal place. There's no right and wrong. Everything is good. I mean, I get that. I get that. They don't stand on any morals. America First, the Discord link is expired or invalid, Brandon. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Should be better now. It should be better now. Shout out to you guys for letting me know that. Also, a revolution is studied in every movie. When the government fall, everyone kills each other. Austrian Pater, aka Mustache Man. Still don't fully get it, Eric, but that's okay. Because good is and always will be subjective. Unbroken responding to Saxby, that is true. But I think there are some things we should be able to agree on, no, Unbroken? Like on our own principles of America, so to speak. Dylan, spread the word of Jesus. That's facts, Dylan. Saxby, the young always want changes and the old hate changes. So USA decide to make every male gay and play video games instead of thinking. They, quote unquote, hate the West, but eat up the culture, music, movies. Yeah, they all love us. They all love us. America First, God is the Father, Jesus is the Son, aka God in the flesh. Holy Spirit is known as the comforter of men, the Trinity, 3 in 1, but Satan mocks God every chance he gets. Trinity and Matrix, do you know? Kind of. Unbroken says Jesus was just repeating essentially what Buddhism says. Look at the 110 original saying compared to Buddhist philosophy. Chris Mistek subscribe. Thank you, Chris Mistek. America First. The director of Matrix tell you themselves. In their point of view, they proudly say, if you have Rumble, I can send you link. I don't have Rumble. Link is working. Gargoyle, capitalism, liberty, and Jesus, proven record. America First, I appreciate the link, but it's 37 minutes. I'll watch that on my own time, America First. I'll watch that on my own time. I just had something to say, though. Kind of forgot it. Damn, Muslims are winning. The 9/11 poll, 51% of people are saying Muslims did it. Chris Mystic, off subject, but what'd you think about Dennis being jumped? Yeah, I was going to say, if you boys want to do like more of a Q&A about MMA related shit, we can kind of end the stream with that. But I think we covered the Bryce Mitchell thing enough. I appreciate everybody dropping knowledge in the chat. You feel me? I appreciate it a lot. I'm also getting educated. I don't want to end the topic abruptly. But if you guys got some MMA related stuff, maybe we could do a Q&A. Otherwise, I'm fucking hungry and shit like that. So I'm going to go eat. But Chris Mystic asking me about what I thought about Dylan Dennis being jumped. Shit, I could show you better than I could tell you, Chris Mystic. Looks like you missed it. Looks like you missed my reaction, but I clipped it off. All right, I could show you better than I could tell you, homie. You ready for it? You not ready for it. Here it is. Look at him still trying to pull through the fucking security. Still trying to pull through the security. You guys have no remorse. You have no accountability. You are either never coming back to the US or you're coming back and getting criminally prosecuted. Your visas are getting revoked too. You come into the States, you cause problems, not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. Look at this dumb fuck. Everyone pulling him back. Look at this dude hugging the security guards, okay? Clearly he want no smoke and these guys are just bullying his ass. Straight up bullies. Now look at Ased. Ased's gonna come in here, trying to play innocent, grab this guy's legs, throw him over the railing, and then Ased's gonna put his hands up. Ased's gonna put his hands up. Act like he ain't not doing nothing, like he's innocent. Same dude who scaled the octagon and punched John Connor. Same dude who just assaulted Gene Jacket by grabbing him by the neck and fucking shoving him. Don't put your hands on him. Look at old ass Ased, gray beard Ased. I might have to knock this dude the fuck out myself. Old ass gray beard Ased. You want smoke, homie? If you want the fucking smoke, then let's give him some fucking smoke. Mr. Graybeard. It's ESED, Tuxedo Mask. Ased with an E. Graybeard thinks he's fucking tough, bro. I'm gonna have to knock this dude the fuck out. Honestly. You're old as fuck, bro. Stay the fuck out of this. Stay the fuck out of it. Old as fuck. Look at him, shoving him. Then he turns around. See how he turns around? Looking all old and scared and innocent, puts his hands up. Oh, put my hands up. No, dude. You're fucking going towards all the fucking issues and causing issues. Now you're putting your hands up? You're a fraud, bro. You're a fraud, and I trust you the least out of anybody. That's why I screenshotted your fucking face and I put it in this post. Because everyone needs to know you should never fucking come back here. You are a liability. Look at Assed. He's allowed to stay. Look at him. He's allowed to fucking stay. Putting his hands up. Saying, oh, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. But you just got done assaulting multiple fucking people. You deserve to be socked in the fucking gray ass beard you got on. That's what you deserve. And if I was one of Dylan's homies, I would have socked you in that gray beard. 100,000%. Here's Assed punching on jean jacket, shoving him by the neck. But then look at Baldy slapping him. Okay, here's Assed. Louis goes, is the old guy a former fighter? This motherfucker right here, nah, he's just a bitch. He's just a bitch ass bully. And Saxby, since you said what you said, Saxby, okay, stand on it now. Because what did I say here? Right? Jean jacket. 4 members from Team Makhachev assaulting an innocent fan at UFC 322. This wasn't even Dylan Dennis. This video wasn't even Dylan Dennis. So if you agree with that, America First too, saying you agree with it, this video wasn't even talking about Dylan Dennis. This is talking about 4 people from Team Makhachev assaulting a guy that showed up to the fucking venue. Not even associated. Not even Dylan Dennis. Probably one of Dylan Dennis's buddies, but he didn't talk shit. This dude didn't talk shit and they're beating on him, bullying him. 4 of them. I just exposed 4 members from Team Makhachev assaulting innocent fans. Okay, an innocent fan. This wasn't even the assault of Dylan Dennis. It wasn't. So Saxby saying, no, I don't agree with that. If someone talks shit, they need to be able to handle the backlash. This homie didn't talk shit. This homie didn't even talk shit. He an innocent fucking fan. An innocent fan, bro. An innocent fan. But I got another clip for you boys. Since we're on the subject, I got one more clip for you. Okay? I got one more clip for you. But I had to make that clear. These 4 motherfuckers, that's why I made this video, because everybody apologizing for them, saying, oh, Dylan Dennis had it coming. How about this dude? What did this dude say online? Because that's their golden excuse. You talk shit online, then stand on it in person. Then what did that dude say online? Jean Jacket, who just got assaulted by 4 dudes. What did he say online? Tell me what he said online. You can't tell me, because he didn't say shit. He didn't deserve it, and that's proof that these guys are fucking bullies, bro. Bullies. I'm gonna calm down, because I always get fucking animated about this. But here's the last clip about it. Here's fucking John Pork self-snitching at its fucking finest, boys. At its fucking finest. And listen, because you guys are saying it, and Chris Mystic is over here debating back in the chat saying, you know, he agrees with me, but then he's responding to Saxby saying, yeah, but we are civilized, bro, can't fight over internet memes. Listen, let's make this super simple, right? Let's make this super simple, because that's how I like it to be. Super simple, right? Bulletproof. You ready for it? Saxby, what you said, I don't agree with that. If someone talks shit, they need to be able to handle the backlash. Okay, Saxby, say that shit in court. Say that shit in court and say if you get let off. Because that's all that matters. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Say that shit in court and tell me if you get let off. You won't. You won't. And that's all that matters, homie. All that matters. That excuse you give him, it won't hold up in court. He could have said worse shit. It still ain't an excuse. On top of that, you're here on a fucking visa, bro. Act like it. You here on a motherfucking visa. You ain't no American citizen. Don't fucking touch our people. Because guess what? You ain't never coming back, motherfuckers. All you boys. All you fucking boys. And if they do come back, we know what it is. We know what it is. I ain't even going to say it, but you boys know what it is. You boys know what it is. Okay? Does Assed go out on his back or on his face down, ass up? Oh, Assed the type of guy that goes down face down, ass up with his ass tooted up in the air, Dylan. Tooted up in the air, ready to fucking take it. That's Assed. Guess what? I'm peanut buttering that ass. I'm peanut buttering that ass. I'm knocking out Assed and I'm peanut buttering him. Okay, I didn't even get to say it the first time. I'm knocking Assed's ass out. He going face down, ass up, and I'm peanut buttering him. Okay, if you know what peanut buttering him is, you know what that shit is. I ain't explaining it to you boys, but you know what that is. HT, I want to see Jay versus Said at the White House. I would stand on fucking business. I'm knocking that old ass graybeard out. I ain't fucking quitting. I ain't quitting. Before he's out unconscious, face down, ass up, ass tooted up in the air, peanut butter, getting fucking peanut buttered. Getting fucking peanut buttered. That motherfucker getting peanut buttered. I know you boys love that shit when I fucking crash out. I know you boys love it. I know America First. On America First, actually, I know you're out, but I was actually going to watch that video. But maybe I won't now. I'll just watch it on my own time, because I don't want to bother everyone else if they don't want to see it. There's no rules in love and war, but peace out, America First. Always good to have you in here. Wait, let's just play this one. Shit, if this guy concerned himself with the slightest bit of American culture, he would have known fucking better than do some stupid ass fucking shit like this. But these guys, they think they can come to the US, completely ignore American culture. Listen, we don't give a fuck about your culture, homie. We don't give a fuck about it. It would behoove you to start learning some of the fucking US laws and our culture here. Beginning with self-snitching. Beginning with self-snitching.
Потому что на фотографии видно.
Да, вот здесь чудес, царапина. Об зуб, походу, я не знаю, куда. И этим тоже чуть вот здесь попало ему, вот шишка появилась.
Я надеюсь, ты же только в него попадал, ты там не кому-то, так скажем...
Не-не-не, охрана не попал, хоть хорошо. Никого не попал. Только его бил, и все.
Ну, сейчас единственное...
Он реально, это, я считаю, даже это мало. Извиняюсь, что перебил, но это мало для него. За его поступки это мало. Такие вещи не прощаются. За каждое слово ты должен отвечать. У нас такие приоритеты, что ты сказал, ты должен за свои слова ответить. Но он... Это для них, видишь, они, у них... Я не знаю, как они живут здесь. Что хотят, говорят. Могут семью задеть. И для них это ничего. А для нас все, каждое слово, это все для нас святое, и нужно отвечать.
Good for you, brother. You thought that you justified it, and you thought that that was a suffice explanation, but all that was a self-admission of guilt that you did that to Dylan. You even showed off your fucking bloody knuckle, you dipfuck. You even showed off your bloody knuckle. Explained why you did it, the reason why you did it. Hey, listen, that same explanation, I want you to say that shit in court, homie. I want you to say that shit in court, okay? Say that shit in court and see what fucking happens. You stupid motherfucker. Okay? Oh, if it wasn't bad enough, here he is posting on his own damn story, the bloody knuckle, right, flexing it. Then he got Dylan Dennis right here. I mean, he did this. He put this shit on his own story. He's so proud of it. He's so stupid is what he is. He's so fucking stupid is what he is. Ah, there he is. Take a look at that smug ass fucking arrogant face. Okay? Take a good look at this face, boys. NYPD. NYPD, you got this? This man's name is Esed. E-S-E-D. And I'm knocking his ass out. Face down, ass up, and I'm peanut buttering his ass. America First. I'm gonna check it out. Right now. That's so funny though. Nobody had anything to say about me peanut buttering his ass is crazy. I can't believe you. I can't believe you guys didn't say anything about me saying I'm gonna peanut butter Esed. I definitely thought you boys would laugh at that. You must not know what peanut buttering is, but that's okay. It's some jail shit. It's some LA County jail shit. Shout out to Chris Mystek. I know you like that take, homie. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. America First. Yes, they got me to crash out. Saxby got me to crash out, America First. You already know. John Pork and Inbred, 100% facts. AD Kid, Jacob going off. You boys know. You boys know I love to crash out. For real, America. Oh, SD Duma should teach those daggy street rules. Seriously, they be self-snitching like dumbass motherfuckers. Okay, but Jacob on a light rage. Yeah, that a light rage. I done worse before. You got to stick around long enough for me to rage out. I haven't had a good crash out in like over a week now. That was probably my last good crash out, was this one right here. But we finna crash out again, best believe. Actually, I crashed out when Brandon Moreno got fucking finished. And shout out Soda Pop for entering back in the chat. Love ya, Soda Pop. Just lost an intense Fortnite game. Gosh dang it. Shout out Soda Pop. Alright, I'm finna pull up this video that America First recommended, because it's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll just play this clip at the 4-minute mark. Four-minute mark.
Every one of us, every person here, every human life represents a negotiation between public and...
It's all love, Saxby. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. You boys know I don't fucking take things personal. America First. Tima said, I'm knocking that motherfucker out and peanut buttering his ass, homie. Shit, you ain't gonna look at it said the same after I peanut butter his ass, America First. I know that. Dylan says the peanut butter reference did make me chuckle. Alright, good. Good. I'm glad I got one chuckle. If you boys don't know the peanut butter reference, oh, that shit too good. That shit too good.
Private identity. As it begins, I start to understand just how complex the relationship between visibility and
Dylan, the legendary term of go out on your face or your back comes from Floyd Mayweather in the build-up to the Conor McGregor fight. That's what he told McGregor in the build-up. He said you can go out on your face or you can go out on your back. Your choice. That's where it comes from. Alright, my bad. Let me rewind this real quick.
Every one of us, every person here, every human life represents a negotiation between public and private identity. As it begins, I start to understand just how complex the relationship between visibility and invisibility has been throughout my life.
Thomas Anderson?
Yeah, that's me. I was recently out to dinner with a mixture of friends and strangers, and throughout the dinner they repeatedly referred to me as he or one of the Wachowski brothers, unable or perhaps unwilling to see me as I am, but only for the things I do.
It seems that you've been living two lives. In one life, you're Thomas A. Anderson, program writer for a respectable...
Early on, I am told to get in line after a morning bell, girls in one line, boys in the other. I walk past the girls, feeling this strange, powerful gravity of association. Yet some part of me knows I have to keep walking.
Damn, that's a transformer. I see the chats. That's a fucking transformer? Damn. We gotta look at that before and after of this transformer. Y'all gotta smoke some kush for this video right now. It's making it that much better. Chris, I'm just waiting to smoke kush. I'm just waiting to smoke some kush. I'm gonna smoke some kush after stream, and I'm finna watch this. I'm finna watch this once I get off the stream. What is this shit? Saxby.
As soon as I look towards the other line, though, I feel a feeling of differentiation that confuses me. I don't belong there either. I stop in between them.
You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind.
Promoting the 5th season of the Netflix series in a recent joint interview with co-star Noah Schnapp for VT, Noah suggested he's up to...
Hey, because Saxby asking, what is this video? America First, why did you send it? What was the... Like, what are we looking for when we watch this? What's the title of this video? Stranger Things share. Victoria's Secret, Welcome to the Matrix. I mean, I think this is in relation to the Bryce Mitchell video. I'm just not fully sure how it like connects to it. If America First still in the chat. Chris Mystek, same. Yeah, damn, that's a Bridget Macron right there. 80, not gonna lie, the two Matrix directors becoming Transformers was a trip. That's crazy. Saxby, turn this shit off. America first. Anything else we should see from this or what? You raging is funnier. Hey, I wish I had something to rage out to be honest with you guys. I love to crash out. I love to crash out. All right. Since I think America first left, Millie Bobby Brown needs to be peanut butter. Shout out to Chris. Chris knows what peanut buttering is. Shit, somebody peanut butter Millie Bobby Brown. It ain't finna be me, but one of you boys do it. Okay, you guys want to do like a Q&A or anything? We could do like an MMA Q&A, and then we'll get out of here. But if nothing really, then I'll just dip. I mean, it's already midnight and shit. You boys let me know. Should we do a MMA Q&A? Any questions about upcoming shit? Let me know. Any topics you boys want me to cover? I'm going to go piss real quick, and I'm going to come back and see if you guys got anything for me. If not, that'll end the stream, and then I'll just hop back on tomorrow around the same time. Probably earlier, though. Probably like 6 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific time. 2 a.m. by me almost. Okay, I got you. Yeah, we'll probably just end the stream then. Let's end the stream. I'll see you guys. Brother, can we make a tier list day with chat and in Christmas when MMA is off? Yes, we can do that, Saxby. I'm not sure what you're asking. What's a tier list day? Oh, like a we'll just make a bunch of lists, like best press conference moments, best this, best that type of thing, Saxby? Okay, perfect. Eric got a question for me. Which champ reigns longest in 2026? AD, peace out, Jacob. Peace out, AD. If you got any questions, you can stick around, but if not, it's all good. Eric, asking about the champions. Well, I think, I just made it a full screen, but give me a second here. Champ Brown's made this post where it's like the previous and current champions, so I want to see all the champions for 2026. Like best strikers, GOAT talks. Yeah, Saxby, I got you. For sure. For sure, Saxby. I like that suggestion. You know, during the live stream on Saturday, we were doing that. We did that for the top 10 best press conference moments of all time. And that was a great fucking list we made, boys. Shout out to everybody who helped me with that list. Where's the contrast in UFC champions? Damn, we don't have it. Here it is. Okay. So who's going to have the longest title reign from Eric? Oh shoot. Actually, let me just bring this up a little bit because like that. Aspinall, Pereira, Chimaev, Makhachev, Topuria. Jan, Van. You know, if Khamzat didn't say he's moving up after one defense, I would say Khamzat, bro. Who the fuck gonna beat him? His biggest test is Imavov. Once he gets past Imavov, ain't no one else really there for him. I would say Makhachev or Chimaev. If we're talking who gonna be champ by the end of 2026. I'll go Makhachev. I feel like it's an easy answer, but it is what it is, right? It's the obvious one. Makhachev probably going to be the longest reigning. I feel like Makhachev will probably beat Ilya if they get locked in the cage. These two, though. Or these three. Khamzat, Islam, and Ilya. These going to be the longest reigning. Prayer can lose his title. Potentially. Tom Aspinall might lose to Cyril Gahn, you feel me? Honestly, Pereira did make it through the toughest test in Ankalaev, but he talked about moving up too. So it's like, I don't know what to make of these guys who say they're moving up. You feel me? I know Topuria says he's moving up, but we actually know the fight he's moving up for. Kind of a bad answer, I feel like, Eric, and I'm sorry for giving you a bad answer, but these four. These four could be long reigning champions. Ilya, Islam, Khamzat, and Alex could all be champ by the end of the 2026. Chris, what you think of the card this weekend that just passed? I thought it was really good, but let's look at it. Okay, so obviously this was anticlimactic, right? Josh Van versus Pantoja. Congrats to Josh Van, but it wasn't an exciting fight, right? It only lasted 26 seconds, so kind of bad. This one also kind of bad. Bad stoppage. This fight was a straight banger, though. Straight banger. Blachowicz versus Guskov was mid. Loco got the knockout. This was a banger, too. Chris Duncan submitting Terrence McKinney after going to war on the feet in the first. That was a great fight. Fares Ziam with the crazy finish, too, on Nazim. This fight was okay. Kind of mid. Kind of mid. Jalen Turner with the great knockout. Oh, this Iwo dude. He a beast, too. Iwo a beast. Mansour. Yeah, Myron. I'll rate the card like an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because the co-main didn't really pan out. If the main event would have panned, or the co-main would have panned out, I wouldn't even be tripping about the Moreno Tyro result because the co-main and the main both fucking showed out. But since this one was only 26 seconds, I'm gonna give the card an 8. If this one did play out, I'd give it a 9. I'd give it a 9. Great card though. Great card. One of the better cards of the year, I feel like. Saxby, best strikers, GOAT talk, current best wrestler. I got you, homie. First champ to lose their belt in 2026. Great question. You boys see where the mouse is? I hate to do it to him. I hate to do it to him. But I'm going to say Tom Aspinall. I'm going to say Tom Aspinall. Volk, he already beat Diego. Could he lose to Diego in the rematch? Yes. But I'm not going to predict that. Aspinall was actually losing that first round against Cyril Gahn. I'm intrigued to see more of it. Okay, I'm not counting him out. But if you want me to give best odds of who's losing their belt, it's that dude, Tom Aspinall. Josh Van, I think he can get at least one title defense. Peter Yan going to beat O'Malley in the rematch. He going to beat Merab in the rematch. Shit, he'd even beat Ayman Zahabi if they give him Ayman Zahabi. I already predicted these four, to be the longer reigning champions for 2026. I'm going to go Tom Aspinall loses his belt when he fights Cyril Gahn. How do we feel about that? Tom Aspinall losing that fucking belt when he fights Cyril Gahn. No offense to Tom Aspinall, but it's a Q&A. Chris says probably Khamzat, unfortunately. Yeah, probably. Probably Khamzat. Out of everybody, if you want me to pick one, I'm going to pick Khamzat. If you want me to pick one, I'm going to pick Khamzat. But watch Pereira knock Khamzat the fuck out if they fight. That would be insane, bro. Absolutely insane. And I think it could happen. Chris Mystic, Mackenzie, that's right. Look how we don't even acknowledge the female champions. I love that, though. We don't acknowledge female champions. But yeah, Chris, you are kind of right, low-key. Mackenzie Dern. She losing that shit. Saxby, we're going to do that. I got you, Saxby. Thanks for the suggestion, too. I think that's a great suggestion. We'll definitely do that during the break. So after this week concludes, we'll find a time during the break to do it. 100,000%, Saxby. You have my word. I probably won't forget it, but if I do forget it, just remind me. But I most likely won't. Saxby, Islam will retire in maximum 2 fights. The rest will lose soon. Yeah, I'm going to go Khamzat, the longest reigning champion. I'd even probably pick him to beat Pereira, oddly enough. These two, I think they're going to be champ most of 2026 unless they fight each other. America First telling me to watch the beginning. It tells you that they already are making clones. These people Disguise truth via joke/laughter. Okay, America First, okay. I vote to make an In-N-Out run. Shout out America First. I got a steak I'm trying to eat right now. I think I could just eat it on stream if we go back and watch that video. But let me get to some of these questions. Bryce was right. Half of America is fat and lazy. That why it is great to debate it when there is uncertainty. True, Saxby. True. Eric, nah, I realized it's hard to answer when all champs are either getting old or wanting to move up. It is hard to answer. It's very hard to answer. Because Volk getting old, he wants to move up, he wants to move up, he wants to move up, he wants to move up. It's crazy. I agree with you, Eric. It's kind of clouded right now because, I don't know, really these three, Aspinall, Jan, and Van are like the only ones looking to stay in their division, you know? Everybody else wants to move up. Volk already did move up. It's hard to predict that shit. Chris, yeah, I don't know if he would have won that fight, to be honest, Joshua Van. Yeah, Chris, you know, it sounds crazy. I know Van only landed one significant strike and Pantoja landed, you know, like 6 or something like that. But it sounds crazy. And I was picking against Van. This is what's even crazier. I was picking against Van in that fight. Beforehand, I was like, Van gonna lose. He's not experienced enough. Pantoja gonna show his championship medal. When I saw the fight play out for just 26 seconds, I changed my mind. And this has nothing to do with all the new Myanmar fans. There's got to be somebody in the chat who thinks I'm fucking selling my soul to Myanmar. And yes, maybe I will. No, I'm just playing. But we got a lot of new fans, so I'm just showing them love. But my pick on Joshua Van beating Pantoja, if the fight would have played out, it has nothing to do with that. What I saw in that 26 seconds, I just feel like Van would have got the win. I didn't have a good feeling of Pantoja even during those 26 seconds. I was like, this is how it's going. He not really doing his thing, Pantoja. He was swinging his hardest, and he didn't do shit to Van. Pantoja spammed like 6 massive overhand rights, right? A head kick too, and none of it really did shit to Van. None of it. Like, he literally gave Van his best shots to start off the fight, and it didn't even work. He got injured. So, low-key, I think Van would have won that, Chris. Oddly enough. And like I said, I was picking Pantoja all the way up until the fight. Even on fight night, with all the Myanmar fans in the chat, I was like, look, guys, I'm picking Pantoja. I'm picking Pantoja. After that 26 seconds, I changed my mind. It's crazy. Chris, Peyton Henry was amazing. True warrior spirit. Facts, though. Facts. And shout out to Henry, bro. Shout out to Henry for not fucking quitting, bro. Henry a beast. He deserves respect. Jalen Turner back in a big way for sure. Yeah. He took big shots from Edson and he delivered big shots and he put them out. Shout out to fucking Jalen Turner for sure. Islam and Assad will hold the belt for the longest. America First. Shout out to you, America First. HTJ, you're crazy. Aspinall will lose the belt. That's what I said, HT. I said Aspinall will be the first one to lose it. Unless you don't agree with me. You don't think Aspinall will be the first? If you disagree with me, HT, I want to know who you think will be the first to lose it. But I think Aspinall is going to be the first to lose the belt. I think you're agreeing with me, but I'm not sure. America First, Kayla Harrison will hold the belt the longest for the Transformers. Shout out to all the Transformers worldwide. Shout out to Kayla Harrison, the King Transformer. Kayla Harrison got bigger arms than me. I'm not even fucking capping on that. Honestly, even though it ended in the poke, he did humanize Tom. He did. And Chris, you're new to the stream, right? But I've already reacted to all that stuff. And, you know, I'm on Tom's side. I say fuck Cyril Gahn, that cheating bastard. But shit, if they run it back, yeah, I do think fucking Cyril Gahn gonna win it. I do. If we're talking about who's getting dethroned, right? If we're talking about who's getting dethroned, yeah, I'll go with Cyril Gahn beating fucking Aspinall. Saxby, good night, boys, and good morning to the Europeans. Good night, Saxby. Love you, Saxby. Thanks for always stopping into the chat, homie. I always appreciate you. I always appreciate seeing you in here. HT, Islam will lose the belt when he fights Shavkat. Okay, so HT did disagree with me. That's fine, HT. No worries. Islam will lose to Shavkat. Shit, if Shavkat fucking makes it to the fight, and if Shavkat gets the title fight, I have a feeling Islam won't be defending against Shavkat first. And then, after whoever he defends it against, it's going to be against Ilya, right? So, Shavkat might have a long way till he gets to fight Islam. America First, I haven't turned into a gremlin yet. Shit, hopefully you never do. Unbroken, Shavkat need to wash that flea-ridden hat. Shit, that probably got some ticks in there, huh, Unbroken? That's why Shavkat hasn't returned. He got some ticks in his head. Unbroken, they're not making clones for fuck's sake. Alright, Unbroken, shout out. I love Unbroken's fucking takes. Play that video. I'll stick around for brain rot. Okay, Chris, we'll play it. He will borrow Merab's hat. Dylan, peace out. Passing out. Peace out, Dylan. Thanks for sticking with me till fucking bedtime, homie. Much love, Dylan. Much love. He will borrow Merab's hat. America First, Unbroken. My clone is typing. Shout out, America. If everyone wants and can move up, what does that say at the weight classes and weight bullying? Not true, right? They all fucking cutting a fuck ton of weight, Unbroken. They all cutting a fuck ton of weight. Islam was cutting a fuck ton of weight at 55. Ilya was cutting a fuck ton of weight at 45. At one point in time, Islam was cutting a fuck ton of weight at 170. Right? At one point, Pereira was cutting a fuck ton of weight at 185. Right? So Unbroken, yeah, you did hit the nail on the head there. But, like I always say, the UFC forces these guys to fight at weight classes lower because they want knockouts. They want the dehydrated brains to get knocked the fuck out. I'm not kidding. I literally mean that shit. The UFC forces these guys to stay at lower weight classes. And only lets them move up, you know, when these guys eventually did move up. Islam will hand over the belt to Assad and he will challenge you, Brandon. Shit, I'm knocking Assad's ass the fuck out. The fuck out. I'm ready for Assad. He deserves it. He has it coming. He has an ass whooping coming. Mr. Assad, you got an ass whooping fucking coming. And then I'm peanut buttering that shit. I'm peanut buttering that shit. Chris Mistek, yeah, I'm new just tonight. I got you, Chris, but I'm telling you, homie. I'm telling you. You're going to be locked in every night now. I promise you that shit. I promise you that shit. Unbroken, all love to Burmese Transformers. Shout out to Burmese fans. Shout out to Burmese fans. Shout out to Myanmar. Who's fucking Laura behind the scenes? Maybe Brendan Fitzgerald, low-key. Maybe Brendan Fitzgerald, low-key, Chris. Something tells me Brendan Fitzgerald, bro. I don't know why. I don't know how. But something tells me Brendan Fitzgerald. That little square, Brendan Fitzgerald. Or maybe Paul Felder. I know Paul Felder married and shit, but shit. So is Laura Sanko. That's what I want to know. That's my two picks. Paul Felder or Brendan Fitzgerald. Or shit, maybe Daddy Dana, Chris. You think Daddy Dana hitting that shit? By the way, everybody like the stream if you can for me, please. Shit. 25 likes would make me happy. That's only a few more. Literally only a few more. 25 likes and I'll stop asking for it. HT Shavkat coming back in April. Potentially. But then again, we don't even know if he's getting a guaranteed title shot, right, HT? So we'll see. But that is the word on the street. He coming back in April. Will he get a title shot? That's to be determined. Or will he have to fight a guy like Michael Morales or some shit like that? I would like to see Shavkat versus Michael Morales. Undefeated versus undefeated for the true number one contender after Ian Gary runs it. America First TBH. Van looked calm and didn't panic. For being his first championship fight, he impressed me, at least in the early rounds. But who knows, maybe Pantoja would drown him by taking him to deep waters. Shout out America First. Pantoja could still drown him. If Pantoja gets him down, which we didn't see in the fight, yeah, it might become a lot easier. But I think one thing was apparent in that fight. Pantoja striking Van wasn't going to work. He was going to have to get that takedown. If he only struck with Van, I think we all saw how that fight was going. You feel me? What if the UFC puts a pound limit on weight cutting, for example, 10 pounds? Well, like I said, Unbroken, the UFC wants knockouts. That's why they encourage these fighters to fight at lower weight classes. Because they want the dehydrated brain to get knocked the fuck out. I promise you. I promise you that shit, Unbroken. They don't like guys switching weight classes. They like to sign guys at lower weight classes. Lower weight classes meaning like They like to sign guys who are going to like cut the most weight possible to compete at the lowest weight possible. Because in their mind, that's going to be a good knockout. Like, for example, it's kind of a weird example for you guys, but Dylan Budka, right? Dylan Budka, if you guys know him, I mean, you guys should, right? You're in the fucking chat right now. This is the top 1% of the MMA community. So I can speak about fucking, you know, people who've been cut before too. Dylan Budka, he got signed to the UFC off Contender Series at 185 pounds, right? Instantly, Dana went to the post-fight press conference, and he's like, hey, I want Dylan Budka to fight at 170. Dylan Budka did some body scans. Apparently, he said he couldn't fight at 170. So he did 3 and done in the UFC. They gave him 3 tough-ass opponents at 185, and then they cut his ass. So that's an example of what I'm trying to say, where like the UFC would prefer you to cut down to the lowest weight you can possibly be at, right? That's why they signed Khamzat at 170. Does that make sense to you? That's why they signed Khamzat at 170. That's why they signed Pereira at 185, right? Best believe there's a conversation behind the scenes of like, yo, we'll sign you, but we want you to compete here, especially with Pereira. Especially with Pereira. Especially with Pereira. There was a fucking clause in that contract like, listen, man, we're signing you at 185, okay? Because Pereira cut a fuck ton of weight, bro. Like, insane amounts. Chris says, LOL, I think Dana is getting Nina. Probably, bro. Which is just disgusting and sad. Just disgusting and sad. Chris Mystic, I'll sign to my other account for another like, LOL. Hey, Chris, that's real as fuck, homie. Thank you. I appreciate that. I saw you liked it. I see the like. Appreciate it, Chris. Thank you very much. Chris, here's Chris's new account. Probably a handsome incel. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. What do you guys think Lorosenko's type is? Like ugly dudes or what? Probably an ugly dude. Something tells me Lorosenko fucking an ugly dude. Forrest Griffin. Ah! It could be Forrest Griffin. Straight up gargoyle. I could see that. Forrest Griffin, he too quiet, right? He too behind the scenes. Maybe he fucking up to something. Maybe he up to something. America First says doorknob. America First, what the hell are you talking about? America First says Lorosenko is not a keeper. She's like a doorknob. Everyone takes a turn. Oh my God. Shout out to America First. Shout out to America First. Maybe America First. Shit. I don't want to fucking, you know what I'm saying? If Lorosenko sees this, she's going to fucking hate me. You feel me? But maybe America First. Maybe. Shit, I wouldn't doubt it, America First. Gargoyle says, LOL, he works on site. Yeah, facts. But he's still kind of quiet. You feel me? He keeps shit on the DL. Maybe he be hitting that low key. Chris, she used to be a goth chick. I know. I know. Lorosenko before the fame. We all seen it. Lorosenko's favorite saying, ass up or face down. All right, America First. All right, all right. You got a knee slap out of me on that one, America First. I slapped my knee on that one. Laura's favorite saying, ass up or face down. You know Laura likes her ass tooted up in the air, America First. Come on now. America First. I don't even got to ask Lorosenko. I know she a doggy girl. I know she like doggy. You know it when you see it. And you know Lorosenko, her favorite position is doggy. Shit, if she sees this, she couldn't even fucking disagree with me. I know it. She likes her ass tooted up in the air. Shout out to Lorosenko. Love you, girly. Love you, girly. All right, we got more questions or what? We got more fucking jokes? Or should we watch the first? America First, what's the best part of this? I want to know, America First, what's the best part of this that we can watch right now? I got to take a piss, though. I told you guys I was going to take a piss like a minute ago. I got to piss even worse now. But America First, drop it in the chat. Like, what's the best part? The beginning or what? I'll watch whatever you tell me to watch. Chris Mystic, yeah, all respect to Laura. I actually love Laura. Shout out to Laura. Laura seems like a cool chick. No hate. I'll hit it. Shout out to Laura. Laura, we joking shit, but you know what I'm saying? We fuck with you, Laura. We fuck with you. Don't even take it personal, Laura. We fuck with you. We fuck with you, girly. Did you see the weird stuff Dana? The weird stuff Nina said to Dan at Power Slap? No, or Dana. No, I didn't, Chris Mystic. What did she say? America First, I'll take one for the team. Nina is straight garbage. Straight garbage, bro. Any dude who simps over Nina, dude, check yourself, homie. Fucking check yourself. Check yourself ASAP, homie. Chris Mystic, time for a piss myself here. Shout out to Chris. At least you don't got the fucking runs anymore, homie. Laura Sanko likes the Pee Wee Herman type. Tell Laura if she's a true patriot, she'll ride the American train. Oh my God, America. America, should I just watch the beginning of this? America, drop it in the chat. I keep asking you. The beginning or what? Oh, Chris goes, she kind of insinuated that Dana likes more than one woman, even though she was reciting lyrics while there was a walkout happening. No, I believe that. I think Dana definitely fucking other chicks on the side. It's kind of hard to explain, but basically the lyric was kind of like, you like your women too, and she kind of like pointed at Dana and winked at him. I got you, Chris. No, I got you, homie. I saw a video recently of Dana White getting like, he was playing blackjack at the casino, and he got like his drink delivered to him, and the waitress, you know, the bartender girl, whatever you call her, the girl who comes up and like gives you your drinks and shit, he's like, hey baby, thank you baby, and then he's like giving her money and shit. He probably fucking her too. He probably fucking her. You feel me, Chris? He probably fucking her. Sorry, speech to text typing fast, no worries, homie, I got you. Wasn't any issues with that. Chris Mystic, yeah, I saw that. Exactly, bro. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Dude, fucking put it away, Dana. You're playing blackjack with fucking Steve Will Do It. And you're hitting on some cocktail waitress. Shit. But he's 60. So it is what it is. Soda Pop just dropping Jew. Let me join the Discord. Soda Pop, join it, homie. Join it. It's at the top there. I be fucking dropping shit in there. The more people in there, the more fucking... You know what I'm saying? Interaction we'll get. Soda Pop, the Discord is at the top. It's pinned at the top of this chat right now. Space Kid LOL crazy. Facts, bro. Facts. Think about it. The president of a $1 billion company simping over a fucking cocktail waitress. You gotta be kidding me, Dana. You gotta be kidding me. Simping over a cocktail waitress fucking as the president of the UFC. Insane, bro. You should get more baddies than that. Sorry, I've been playing Fort. All good. Yeah, I joined. Got you, Soda Pop. Thanks for joining, homie. I be dropping updates in there. And I'm trying to be more active on there, too. So with you guys in there, I'll definitely be more active. Bro, America First keeps ignoring my fucking question. But I think he said to play the beginning of this. So we're going to play the beginning of it. We might just watch up to the 5-minute mark or some shit like that. Yeah, we're going to watch up to like the 3 or 4 minute mark of this. Soda Pop goes, just played Fortnite with some Mexican guy from Cali who kept calling me the hard R, but he was cool. Shit, Mexicans use the N-word, but I didn't know they used the hard fucking R. That's crazy. Using the hard R is crazy. Chris Mystic, LOL, I'm a smoke for this. Bro, I want to smoke too for this one. But I guess I'm just going to hold off. That's why I'll only watch the first 5 minutes. Then I'll probably get off and watch the rest once they get faded. But I haven't smoked all day. That's my new thing. I don't be smoking at all until fucking end of the day. That was my compromise, boys. That was my compromise. Oh, here's America First. Finally, here's America First. America First got to be like 3 minutes behind on the stream, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Watch the beginning. Let me go grab my fucking steak. If I'm not going to fucking smoke some kush, at least let me eat my fucking steak. Shit, you boys know I be cooking up the wildest shit. Literally just a steak. I don't got anything else. Actually, I got some sweet potatoes. But shit, I'm on stream, so I'm just gonna eat this fucking steak. Okay, let's watch it. I haven't seen Stranger Things. You gotta send the link for the whole vid. America, can you send again? You want the link? Yeah. Drop whatever link you need to, America. Help Chris out. Gargoyle, I haven't seen Stranger Things. Me neither. Me neither. It's not my type of genre usually.
Millie Bobby Brown is changing up her name. The Stranger Things actress revealed that she has changed her name since marrying Jake Bon Jovi and welcoming their first child together.
Chris, you gotta get on that IV Fent like fucking Mark Smith to enjoy this video. I'm playing. Don't even fucking dream about taking Fent. Chris, don't even dream about taking Fent, alright? I'm just joking. But I did think it was a funny joke to share.
Additive Foundation. We have pioneered the process of 4D printing precise replicas of vital organs for transplant.
We wanted to take technology that's actually just on the cusp now and kind of actually in the world and then imagine slightly forward-thinking versions of that. We were really focused on this idea mostly of bioprinting and that technology in particular. Where are we, Ria?
We are in Kira's laboratory. Welcome to Kira's laboratory.
Yeah. This is Yannick, our assistant processmaster.
This is a bioprinter. It's what we make humans out of.
We spent a lot of time talking to a guy who runs a lab who does actually like print a lot of these actual organs and tissue in.
Chris, sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry for even joking about that. All right? I didn't know that shit. That shit ain't no joke. Rest in peace to your family member, homie. And like I said, don't nobody take that fucking Fent, bro. That shit's stupid as fuck. I used to have a coworker who used to brag about that shit. I thought he was the biggest idiot in the world. In fact, I know he's the biggest idiot in the world.
Medium, like in a gel that is pink, which is a motif we use a lot.
Felt it needed to be said. So, I know you chilling about the joke, but I just wanted to pay respect to your family member. I got you, Chris. I got you.
And the medium's solid enough that it holds the...
They're layering sort of bioinks. They can print like bladders and like floppy organs. That's like actually really possible now. But the things that are harder are things that have to like hold their own shape.
Like a heart.
Like a heart, right. Yeah. And it's forward thinking to think you could print an entire person, but it was fun to kind of feel like we're just evolving already existing technology.
You built her. You sure all the pieces are in the right place?
3-person year.
Okay, so America for saying, if you know about spiritual warfare, you will get it. Otherwise, it will go over your head. Think about it. The Simpsons predict things and everyone is blown away. No, I got you. I got you. I think I'm going to have to fucking smoke some kush and watch this, though. I'm going to smoke some kush and watch it, all right? Because it's going to go over my head. I already know it's going over my head already. All right, so that'll be the stream, boys. I hope you boys enjoyed it. All the new viewers, all the returning viewers, you already know. I love all you boys. And yeah, if you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribed. Like the video if you can on the way out. And I will be live tomorrow. Shit, give me that last like to hit 25. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. And you know, let's hope for some good headlines. Let's get some good news to react to for tomorrow. Shout out to everybody, though. Chris, have a blessed night, brother. I'll be tuned in for sure, Chris. Peace out to Space Kid. Shout out Space Kid for sticking with the whole stream. These are fun. Yes, sir, Chris. Every night, homie. We live every night around this time. I'm going to try to go live around 6 p.m. tomorrow, though. Just for you guys to know. 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow. I'll be live. You guys have my word. Gargoyle. Chris. Space Kid. America First. Shit. Soda Pop. Fucking, who else we got in here? Not America First again. Unbroken. I'm gonna just pull it up real quick. Who else we got? Dylan. Yeah, shout out to Dylan, Miata Boy, HT, Eric, Saxby, everybody. Everybody always tuning in, engaging in the chat. Shout out to all you boys. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, peace out, everybody. See you guys tomorrow. Louie as well. Shout out to Louie. Much love to Louie. AD Kid. Okay, I'm trying to shout out everybody. AD Kid, Louie, everybody. Oh, Tuxedo Mask for always donating. Thank you, Tuxedo Mask. Always appreciate it, homie. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, everybody. Peace out. Peace out. Shit, let me read these last chats. I'll sign into my third account for the last like. Shout out to Chris. No worries, homie. No worries at all. We'll get that eventually. Soda Pop, Buck saw me post Loco on my story. Buck is a Loco fan, I'm telling you. I did see that. I saw you sent me that, Soda Pop. I saw he liked Loco's knockout too. Shout out to Buck. We getting him on. We getting him on. I'll give you guys an update when I have one for you. But Buck will be the next interview guest. All right, boys? Buck will be the next interview guest. Peace out, Space Kid. America First. Humans are made in the image of God. We have self-will and can make our own decisions/choices. God-given when he breathed into us to give us life. No other creation of his can say this. Not even angels. Shout out to America First for the fucking last chat on the way out. Much love to everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow.